download it. Like once it's uploaded on YouTube, it's available. Like, we can go and get it if we want.
No, definitely. I just have it like what's it called? I just have the memory stick. So like once we upload it, like it's always good to have like some videos archived because like you never know what could happen. But we don't need to keep most of them. Alright. I just have to. Yep. Okay. Just want to double check.
I have such a surprise for Barca.
I have a good amount of.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if you're gonna catch me out with these.
I can't believe I'm going for this guy because I think he's a shit guy, but he would fit
Di
pretty well
Lorenzo.
with Barca.
Di Lorenzo. He's going for Di Lorenzo.
I know who it is. I know who it is. I know who it is.
No, you don't.
I would love to see. Okay.
I know who it is.
You'll guess when he comes there, but you don't know who it is.
Okay, yeah,
You definitely don't know.
No, I know who it is. No, I know who it is.
You don't.
Alright,
Because I thought about it too, but I decided
who wants to do the first intro?
Let's not take turns. You start off. Let's do the intro. You intro this.
Well, welcome everyone. We try like what's it called? No, come on.
Dive into the video. We try.
I try to like.
Don't.
No, I was trying to say like we tried to record it, but unfortunately we had to stream.
Don't even address that because we're gonna be uploading it as recordings.
Alright, well,
this is just how we're recording it right now.
Oh, just how we record?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it. Welcome everyone to our first episode. Not first episode. It's like 10th or something like that. But anyways.
Take 2.
No.
Come on, you got this.
Just be like, and we're back.
Yeah,
just you say that. I don't know.
I want to do the Barca one.
Do it, yeah, you should introduce Barca. Oh shit, does that make me sound? Okay, let me do this.
My guy Southgate.
Okay, let me do this one.
No, you guys gotta do it. I can't do this. This is way too stressful. I'm overthinking this.
Alright. Hey guys, welcome back to the Mad Lads Pod. Today we're going to be covering some the top transfer rumors and completed transfers that have happened in the world of football. How you boys doing?
Good.
Good.
Super happy. I'm way excited about this episode.
Some big transfers have happened.
Oh yeah.
Some important ones too, man.
I haven't heard. So we're here with Doran, we're here with Mobin, and myself, and we're going to be diving right on in. So should we go over the ones that have been completed first, you guys think?
Sure, yeah.
Because there's been 3 really big ones. Alright, so the first one we're going to go over, I think chronologically, was Aurelien Tchouameni from AS Monaco to Real Madrid for reported 86 million.
86 million euros, right?
Euros, yeah. He's 22 years old, French midfielder.
He's a good midfielder. He's more like, what is he, he's going to fill up he's a box-to-box, but he can play defensive as well too, kind of, no? It's kind of like Camavinga. Camavinga's like a box-to-box, but he's really good defensively. It's a good signing, obviously, to replace Kroos, because Kroos and Modric are going to have to be benched soon. They can't be playing that much. Especially Kroos, bro. He gets tired after 60 minutes. Yeah,
it was a bit shocking watching the final because I hadn't watched too much Real Madrid outside the Champions League just to see how much, in the last 10 minutes he was on the pitch, he had, no effect on the game.
Bro, and it's the thing is now Kroos is kind of done. I'm sorry, he's a side pass merchant now, bro.
Yeah. His legs are just out of it. I think that's the biggest thing.
But I don't know how, Real Madrid is going to, bring in, Tchouameni and Camavinga into the starting lineup. Are they gonna rotating the starting lineup from time to time, or just just put Camavinga first team and see how well?
No, honestly, I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna start with Casemiro, Modric, and Camavinga.
Okay.
And then ease in Tchouameni, kind of how they did with Camavinga this year. He's gonna bring him on, guys. Ancelotti is staying now, right?
Yeah, he's definitely staying.
Yeah. So it's gonna be him just easing him into games, just subbing him in for example, Modric. If Modric gets tired and they have a lead or something like that and need to defend a bit more, because he's a good defender. He's a good defender. Even though he does play in Ligue 1 and it's kind of not a convincing league. It's kind of shit, to be honest. But it's just he's still pretty good. Camavinga came from Ligue 1 and he's doing really well. So hopefully he does well. I like him, but I think he was a bit overpriced, to be honest.
I think so, but the thing is they've now secured themselves their future midfield 3. So that's going to be Valverde, Camavinga, and Tchouameni. And honestly, between the 3 of those players, I couldn't really think of a better young set of midfielders to replace the dominant trio of Casemiro with Kroos and Modric.
Damn, disrespect to Bellingham?
No disrespect to Bellingham. I just don't think that he wouldn't fit it the same way.
I think he would have fit.
No, I don't think so. He's not. He's pretty attack minded.
He might be able to fit that Modric role, maybe. But the thing is,
Valverde's already at earmark for that.
Yeah, Valverde's already there, and Valverde is so underrated as a player.
Honestly,
he hasn't been the best
He's been playing sort of out of position.
Yeah, he's been playing out of position. He hasn't been at his best, but he's still like a really good player. Like there's always a comparison between him and De Jong.
Yeah,
all the time.
I mean, he got the assist in Champions League finals.
Yeah, he got the assist in the finals too. He got the winning goal. But yeah, overall, Tchouaméni, I think he'll do well. Just a bit overpriced for a player from Liga.
Well, it makes sense because given Real Madrid finances, they do have the money. They Monaco has a young talent in their team, and they we always seen how they sold them for a big profit. So it made sense for that much.
They're the French Dortmund. They're gonna bring in the young players. They're gonna develop them. They're gonna move them on. It's great. It's really good for the game that there's those teams. They're exciting to watch when they're in the Champions League because that means you got all the young talent coming
Very
through.
short term.
Yeah. But one of the best things about this transfer, it's probably not going to hit the ground running with Tchouaméni because I think we all agree that there's probably a couple players still ahead of him in that Madrid pecking order, just in order of seniority, unsitting Cruz as a starter instead of just coming on the bench in relief. It's going to be a tough task, but I think once we get into the dog days, just ahead of the World Cup time, where we're going to be in late October when you're in the Copa del Rey, when you're in the Champions League, and you're fighting in La Liga.
Yep.
That's when the depth of the squad really comes out, and that's when we're going to really start to see Tchouaméni take his position.
Yeah, and he got called up. He hasn't been playing the best for France, to be fair, but in general, France.
No, he
France
had a good.
lately.
He was playing. He played well with Pogba at some point with France.
His pass, defensively he's good. I keep saying, defensively he's a good player, but his passing is just
No, I don't know.
He turned over the ball three. I remember I saw a video where he tried a sequence of passes, the same pass 3 times, all got deflected and intercepted.
The things that I don't know if how well he played, but I remember that when he was playing for France and he was alongside Pogba, everyone every United fan was please sign to Tchouaméni. They're amazing.
I don't think Tchouaméni
duo
well
together.
For you guys, to be honest.
Just doesn't I just don't think
that's what I was seeing in my timeline the whole time.
Yeah. Should we move on?
Yeah.
The other club linked with Tchouaméni was Liverpool, but instead of going out and getting themselves a midfielder, they've gone out and splashed the cash, got themselves Darwin Nunez from Benfica, 23-year-old striker. He's Uruguayan, giving us a bit of a reminiscent feeling about Luis Suarez.
100 million euro.
100 million euro after add-ons. Right now, it's only sitting at around
80 mils.
80 mils, which is not too bad. Only 5 million more than Van Dijk, 5 million less than Maguire.
Harry.
Wait. Maguire was. I think it's the same amount as Maguire, isn't it?
No,
because he's fifth. No, because who's the other one? Because it's Pogba.
Pogba was 100 mil.
Yeah, because he's right now he's the 5th most expensive signing.
So one of the things that fucks people up is talking about this in euros or pounds.
No, because I remember Maguire was under him, or was it Van Dijk? I'm not sure. But wasn't Maguire 80 mil?
Van Dijk was 75.
Wasn't Maguire 80 mil though?
Oh, 85.
Okay.
Maguire was
85.
5 mil doesn't matter.
Yeah, back to Darwin.
So Darwin Nunez, he's absolutely torn Liga NOS to shit, which excites Liverpool fans because his stats in Liga NOS make Luis Diaz's look kind of mid-tier. The impact that Diaz has had compared to what we're expecting from Nunez.
He was good too.
He was good. One of the things that really pushed this, I was sort of wary about this, but the thing that's given me total confidence is that Van Dijk came out after the season, was in an interview, got asked who are the 5 toughest players he played against. He said Haaland and typical Benzema, Messi, Ronaldo, and then he said Darwin Nunez, and I was just
yeah, because he's a big guy too.
We're gonna go
he's not that big, but he's a strong guy.
He's 6
bro.
foot.
He's 6 foot.
He's dense,
He's
bro.
dense. He's
Dense
physically
as
solid
shit.
player. He reminds me a bit, and I don't want to jinx this. He reminds me a bit of Aguero.
Sergio Aguero.
A little bit in his play style, because he's not particularly the best passer, and he's not super quick, but he's very good at his positioning and getting onto the end of the balls.
Positioning wise, he's really good. He reminds me of Muller, to be honest, his IQ of positioning, bro.
Wow, so you're being nice to Muller now, huh?
No, Muller. I'll be fair to him, bro. He's a fucking poacher, literally the perfect poacher.
Yeah.
But it's technically wise, he's shit.
Mm-hmm.
But Darwin Nunez is exciting, man. The glimpses I don't watch Liga NOS like that, but the glimpses I've seen of Benfica, because obviously Benfica were in the group with Barca that got us eliminated, and then they almost upset against Liverpool.
The comeback was all him, and it had me a little bit worried. To be honest.
And then what's it called? But the thing that I don't have a problem with him kind of is his first touch, man. I don't think his first touch is the sharpest compared to other people. His touch his dribbling isn't the greatest, but the thing that works well for him that I think he'll do well in the Prem is his physicality.
Yeah.
He's a strong guy. He'll fight
And
for
he's
the
got
ball.
good amount of pace too.
He has a decent amount of pace. He's a good finisher, really good finisher.
Really clinical on the
But the thing is, like, we have to see how he works with Salah, because we all know Salah's the main goal scorer, and then Darwin Núñez wants to be there. So
my only issue with this is that it's a 3-digit, million transfer signing, and we talked about this before, like, how those 100+ million players rarely don't work out. So even though he was like, he's a great player, don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying that just because of this he's gonna fail.
No.
But like, as a United fan, I'm really glad that we didn't like, get stressed about this and be like, okay, Liverpool's signing right now, let's give a bigger offer, because 100 million is way too much, especially for United right now, which they need like a lot of players to sign.
You would have come in and be the backup to Ronaldo for you guys. That's the other thing.
But I've seen a video where like, he could play on the wing and all that stuff. Not his best position, position for sure. But like, I've seen that he could play on the wing. Yeah, left forward or something like that. But honestly, I'm just glad that that we didn't get stressed like how we always do with City.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just be like, oh shit, Fred. There was someone else that we got pressured into signing. I think it was Maguire or something.
Yeah,
but
it was Alexis Sanchez.
Alexis Sanchez, Maguire, Fred, all of those players. We always get stressed, but now like I'm glad that we didn't get into that stress.
So all right, can we just have a quick
great player though?
Goal, like in the league only, goal totals for Darwin Núñez this season.
In the league only.
16.
16?
16. I was going with 20.
20?
I think 20.
I'd say the thing is, if Salah wasn't on that team, I would say 20 plus.
Yeah.
But Salah's on that team, and Salah's already secured a legend status as Liverpool player.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. Yeah. He's seen as the best player at Liverpool, even though I don't think he is. I think Van Dijk is like, I think he does so much.
Oh, yeah.
He literally changed that team. But it's just like Salah's the main man, the main goal scorer.
Yeah.
We saw Firmino's career statistically wasn't the best.
It was pretty good actually.
It was good at the
when
start.
When you look at the numbers,
but like,
that was I think that was
away.
without Salah. That was before Salah
joined
in.
No, it wasn't. His best two seasons.
His best year was when Salah was there. When they went to the finals, the 2 years in the Champions League.
I thought that was before Salah.
But
anyways,
like we've seen Firmino kind of drop off. Mane also kind of dropped off because like everyone just looks for Salah in the box.
He got moved to the center and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say like 15 goals actually. 15? I think because one of the things that always happens with signings that then this is something that Klopp always does, like unless you're Van Dijk or Alisson, you're gonna be like slowly integrated into the team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like Fabinho, Thiago, like a lot of them they didn't start.
Luis Diaz. No, and Luis Diaz started in the line.
He did start, but we were in like the middle of a problem because like Mane and Salah had just done the AFCON and they were coming back from that, so we sort of like put him in, and it was only in cup games as well that he started coming in. Like he first started like against Chelsea, I think.
They also had no real depth too in the wing.
Yeah, like in the wing. So like up front we do have depth. Like it could still be Jota or Firmino starting in the middle. Yeah. Like and there would be no problem with that. But I just think it's gonna be like a slower integration. Like maybe in the group stage, if we get like a weaker draw in the group stage, he's gonna be like the main guy for that first. But like I think it's gonna be a slower integration. But I think he's still gonna have a good goal return. But I just don't think he's gonna be getting as many minutes early on in the season.
I said 20 because of how offensive Liverpool is. I feel like the fact that like they're way super like attacking. Like at some point, Salah was one of the best. The one that was like has the highest assists in the league.
Yeah, he finished the season tied for that.
Yeah, so like at some point, like Salah's gonna realize that oh shit, this kid is good. Let me try to pass it to him. Because that's how unpredictability start. If right now all the balls going Salah, would be like okay, Darwin Núñez, I got Luis Diaz there.
Yeah, but also Salah is a very selfish player, and it's a good thing to be selfish. I
think now he might be a little bit selfless now that he kind of realized that he can't do it all by himself.
He did it. He was able to do it himself, bro. Like they seem so close to the.
No, after the what's it called, the Champions League final, I think he's like, okay, maybe I need to like step.
I mean,
switch it up.
got absolutely no evidence behind that, but why not? The thing that's got me most excited is that this is gonna be like a proper like big center forward that Trent's never actually played with before. Like Firmino, he's not much taller than Firmino, but he's gonna definitely be better aerially. And Diogo Jota's not like a big guy, but he's pretty good aerially.
Yeah.
And Núñez,
I don't know how he's that big.
And he's good aerially. And I think that's like another angle to attack that like Trent and Robertson can have, because sometimes Robertson's crosses are sometimes a bit high, they're a bit less to the foot, they're more to the area, and I think that's one of the things that's probably going to come into it. But in other news, the biggest name on the market,
Paul Pogba?
No, Erling Haaland has made his move to Manchester City for 65 million because of a release clause inserted into his contract. what do we think here? First things first, it's great to see Holland, and the unveiling that they did was really cool, where they took all the photos of him when he was young, because his dad played for City, like all the photos of him when he's like a kid wearing a City jersey and everything, and recreated them. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Man, Holland. Yeah, go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say,
as a Man United fan,
I was gonna say
because
about
you thought
like,
you signed him last summer.
I really hope that we would have signed him. I think we could have signed him when he was in Salzburg, but the thing I really liked about like I'm not saying I like this transfer. I'm saying like the thing I like the most about this is the fact that like I saw this video where Holland gifted his dad a City jersey that had the word "son" behind it, and they joked about like Heung-min Son doesn't play with City, but it was like a thing like it was directed towards the fact that like Holland wore jersey that had dad on its back, and now he paid it back forward. So I think that was like the relationship, the great relationship they had.
Very nice.
It's nice to see, but I still think Barca would have been the move for him. I really think Barca would have been the move for him.
To be fair, I think right now where Haaland is at City right now, like it's really good for him because obviously if he wanted a project, Barca would be the best place to go to. But the thing is, why not go get some trophies, get some Premier League titles, get some Champions League titles potentially
I
now.
think that would come later though. Like
why
you can't
does he
just
have to wait?
No, he could definitely wait.
No, but it
he's
doesn't
so
have to.
young.
He still has a long
He
career
still has a long
ahead
time.
of him.
So what's the point of getting the trophies now if you can like later on improve yourself?
Because
Right
the
now,
thing is, like, imagine now.
Right now, improve yourself, and then later on, go be like
He will improve himself.
What do you mean?
Playing under the
He's
best
not
coach
going.
right now.
Yeah, but
going
that's
to
not the point.
fucking
The point
City
is that
and
like
be
when
a
you go in
mid-tier
Barcelona,
player.
you're developing yourself. You're developing like with the team
City
and
as
like
well,
you're trying to.
What the hell are you talking
No.
about?
Right now,
He's playing under the best coach.
No. But that's not the point. First of all, Fraudiola. Second of all,
Oh my god, this is the take. This is one every episode.
Fra-
One every
Pep
episode,
is a
baby.
fucking fraud. Pep
take
is a
that-
fraud.
No. That's not even the take that I'm harping on. The take that I'm harping on right now is that you're saying that Holland's making a mistake
I'm
by
not saying
not
it's a
waiting
mistake.
until later in his career.
I'm not
to
saying
get
it's a
trophies.
mistake, but it would make
There
more
is
sense. It would make more sense.
It would make no
No,
sense.
it
would
wanna
make
know
no
why
sense.
it wouldn't make any sense?
Why?
Because look, in my opinion, I don't think Pep will be able to keep the City team. I don't think Pep's going to stay at City that much longer.
No, me neither.
But that's
First
not the
of all,
point of what I'm trying to prove.
I'm saying this, look, why not go right now when City's at their best? They're literally at their best they've ever been.
Okay, but
And the
then
thing is,
where are you going to sign to develop
Because look,
yourself?
What do you mean?
Where
He's at City to
Yeah.
develop himself.
No,
It's
but
like-
he's not gonna, bro. He's not gonna turn into fucking Kane. They needed the Kane right now. That's the point.
They don't need a Kane. Why
They
would they need
needed
a
a
Kane?
Kane.
Why do they need a Kane?
Because
over
of
Haaland?
how amazing he is on his passing. So like they could be a front fluid. That's the issue with
Brother,
City.
they've got De Bruyne in
loads of
midfield.
players.
Okay,
They've got
but do you
Bernardo
think-
Silva in midfield.
Mahrez.
Okay.
They got
Foden.
Mahrez. They
Okay,
got
but
Foden. These
what-
are good passers.
Yeah,
Like,
but then we all know how fluid City is. We all know
Yeah.
like sometimes players go out of position, like go into different positions. So if
Yeah.
Kane supposedly happened to be on the wing and he's so good at crossing, then why would they Holland? That if Holland was in that position for City, he would not be able to do what Kane
Bro,
could have done.
who's he
You have to-
crossing to? Sterling's 5'7".
You have to look at this
If
moment.
Kane's on
Low
the wing.
crosses, if anything.
If Kane's on the
the
wing.
reason why
Low crosses.
The reason
You
why
can't
the
even
reason
do
why
low
City
crosses.
the reason why City have been so fluid this year is because they had no actual number 9
Yeah.
to get the ball into. That's why he had all the
Yeah.
players playing around. There were Foden playing center forward.
And you
De
think
Bruyne.
if they upgraded that, they would have not been better?
They have upgraded it.
No,
They
they
signed
have. They
Holland.
got an
That's
actual
an
striker,
upgrade.
and you know
No.
how Pep is. Pep's always gonna change. He's gonna change
He
the
changes
build
everything
around
every year.
Holland. He's gonna play around Holland now,
Yeah.
bro. He
I don't
played
know.
this year with no striker.
I
Fluid
personally,
football. The two was when he had Aguero and like Jesus playing. He was playing like the what's it called?
I
Central
I
kind of
personally think
football,
that
so
I
weird.
personally think that Pep Guardiola has shown during his time in City, he has shown nothing to say himself like, oh, I've improved this guy. Everyone improved themselves. Like, what did he do with Cancelo?
What do you-
Cancelo.
What do you mean?
What? Cancelo
What are
was
you talking?
garbage at Juventus.
He's the best
No.
wing back in the
He's best
world.
fullback
He was
right
a good.
now.
He was a very youth prospected fullback.
Yeah, and
It
went
didn't
to
work out
Juve,
in Juve.
Played like shit. Came
No,
to
it
City.
didn't work out. It
Yeah,
just
he played
didn't
like
work
shit.
out.
Yeah, he played
But
like
then
shit.
he came to City, and then he was moved into a
Juve
different position.
valued him
And then
at the level of Danilo.
And then
Now
Pep
he-
Guardiola got lucky that he adapted to the left hand
No,
side
bro,
position.
it's
He
not
got
even just
lucky.
him. It's not even just him. Only.
I genuinely
this-
think no.
Oh, yeah,
Pep
yeah.
Guardiola is just
It's not
abs
even just him. Only,
at like
man.
developing
Rodri
players.
has became a lot better. Gundogan became
Rodri
a lot
was
better.
good. Gundogan was good.
De Bruyne, how many times did De Bruyne come to? De Bruyne came to
De
Chelsea.
Bruyne was,
didn't work.
bro.
De
It's
Bruyne
not like he
came
didn't develop them. He didn't like be like, okay, I'm gonna find this talent that
Look.
wasn't good, and then be like, okay, I turn him into an amazing
Look at
player.
this,
Okay, yeah, but Haaland is good, so he doesn't even need to like.
Exactly,
find
he just finds
Oh my
good people,
God.
splash the money on
Yeah,
them,
and he's
blank check, and then
Yeah,
he's like, oh
and he's
look
gonna
what
win a
I've
bunch of
done.
titles.
He can't
He's
even
gonna
win.
a bunch of titles.
What?
And they're gonna
Has
win-
he won Champions League? He's a fucking fraud.
He's won at least one trophy every
He's a
season. except
fucking
for this
How about
fraud.
Raheem Sterling?
Yeah,
Raheem Sterling was amazing, dude, at the
Oh,
start.
his finishing was garbage.
His finishing was
bro.
garbage.
Bro,
He's now-
players could develop,
So are you saying that
develop
Sterling is
themselves.
the
It's not
so-
something that
Okay,
he
but
developed
this is
for
such
them.
a coincidence that all these players we listed came to City under Pep and have improved. Is that
That's
just a
what fucking
coincidence?
football players do.
Not
And
really.
it has
Yes,
no,
they
but
do.
Dorn, it has nothing to do with the. What the hell are you talking about?
What do you
Like,
mean?
no, like genuinely, this is
Lukaku
like,
came to United,
what
came
the
to Chelsea.
fuck
His
is
touch
this?
became worse, arguably, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
like this is like
Okay.
fundamentally like
Okay,
what are you talking about?
okay, you know what?
He can go to City. He's gonna win a bunch of trophies and develop
I
as a
still
player.
think that if he
What?
went, if he
Xavi's
went to
done
Xavi-
what?
hasn't
Xavi's
like-
done
Xavi,
what?
wait,
He's developed
Xavi,
who? Who's he developed? Who's he developed?
Xavi
No, he's developed. He's developed.
developed.
as a
He
player.
Oh,
has
yeah, but no,
developed.
to the
players.
Oh yeah, but
Not
Pep has
obviously
it. But
to the same
Pep-
as Pep,
Why are you
but
saying
he
that
has.
Xavi has? But Pep
Xavi
hasn't?
is better at utilizing youth players, and we've seen
He's
that.
not a youth player.
No.
Haaland's not a youth player.
How old is he?
He's
So-
not a youth player. He's not
How
breaking
old is
out of
he?
the
Not
academy.
youth. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
our age. He's
So he's saying,
22.
like, he's saying young
Okay,
player,
that's
he's
still
saying
young.
player.
Yeah. Okay. So
That's still
he's
young.
Not
That's
it's
still
not
a
like he's
U20.
breaking out the
You can still
academy.
win the youth player award, young player award. So that's kind of youth. But still, he can we've seen him develop youth players. We've seen him how well he can utilize young players. And so if he brought in Haaland, if he was able to bring in Haaland as a striker option, that would have been so well for Barcelona because he would have had Aubameyang as a backup. And then he would have been able to develop his areas play a lot better. But City right now won championship, so they're expecting Haaland to be like, okay, Haaland, we bought you because of your talents right now.
Yeah.
We don't care how well you develop or
I
how
bet
you
you they
develop
don't.
later on.
Are
No.
you
They
serious?
will help him to develop. Don't get me wrong. They will help him develop, but it's not the fact that we're gonna focus on you getting better. They're not gonna focus on that. They're gonna focus
100% they are.
no.
You think they're just gonna be like, okay, Haaland,
100%.
just show up at the week, don't even train midweek?
No,
Like,
they are
what?
going to train him, but they're going to train him to be sharp. They're going to train him to be Holland. They're not going to try to turn him into a better version of himself.
Yo, okay, so so hold on. You don't think that they're gonna try and develop his passing ability?
They
which is
will try,
why would
but
they-
that's not going to be the main focus. The main focus is going to be Holland. We bought you because of what you are, not what you will become. But if Holland
makes
went to
no
Barcelona,
sense.
it does make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
makes
it
no
does.
Sense. Why would you? Why?
If
why?
I'm buying it,
You're not
let's
even
say.
letting anyone say anything.
No, but if let's say
not.
what's it called? Let's say if I buy if United buys Ericsson right now,
Okay.
they're not gonna be like, okay, let's develop this guy, develop
'cause
his
he's
passing play a
30.
little bit.
Christian Eriksen?
He's 30.
Yeah.
Christian Eriksen's retiring.
Okay,
He's
exactly. I'm
30.
just trying this is
You're not
not
gonna
the best
develop a
example, but
30-year-old.
I'm just saying
Poland's
it's the
22.
same. It's the same
It's not the same.
mindset
Who did you guys buy? Why did you guys buy Sancho? For who he was or
Sancho?
to develop him?
Yeah.
because we will think we could develop him into something better.
Why do you guys
Why
think that?
would-
But
And then
what
something
City
that
do?
could-
Why does City
Holland-
not think that?
Pep right now needs trophies to save his
You
career.
guys
at
bought.
City.
You guys bought Sancho to win a trophy. Don't even lie.
100%. You guys bought.
You
You
guys
Sancho
were
and
second
didn't go
develop
into
him.
the
And
last
develop
transfer
him.
window to sign Ronaldo, Varane, Sancho to not win a trophy.
Okay,
That's
we wanted to win a
fucking
trophy,
fact.
but Sancho was a long-term investment as well. Holland is not a long-term investment.
What do you mean Holland's not a long-term investment?
He's gonna move.
He's-
He's definitely
but
gonna
that's
make
how
a
much
transfer
money
later
they're
on.
gonna get. Look how much money they're gonna get. They got
They
him
don't
for-
need that money. They're a fucking
This
oil
is-
money
okay,
club.
Call
Dude,
call the
dude.
segment, bro. This is done. This is done. Call
Okay.
the segment.
It's
Next.
an oil money club, dude. They don't need money like that. They could just spend 200 mil right now if they
Anyway,
wanted to.
goal predictions for Haaland. How much did you say?
30.
How much did you say?
I was gonna say 25.
40. Bro, he's gonna bang in the
Bro,
Prem,
I genuinely think that there's going to be 2 teams in the Prem this year that score 100 goals.
100%. Bro,
Yeah.
Haaland is getting service from Mahrez, Bernardo, Foden,
I think
De
it's gonna be
Bruyne.
like split
There's no-
around. I don't think it's all gonna be on
Oh,
Holland.
100%, bro. Pep's gonna make it all about Haaland, bro.
Holland's going to make it all.
Yeah,
he's
and
gonna-
then let's see how that's gonna develop his passing play. If all the balls gonna
I'm
be there
saying
for him to shoot.
He's gonna improve on Haaland. He's gonna focus on Haaland the most. All of his players are already developed to probably their peak.
I'm telling you guys
Let's
right
be
now.
honest. De Bruyne's at his peak. Mahrez is at his peak. Bernardo's pretty much at his peak.
Yeah.
Rodri's at his
Yeah.
peak. Cancelo's at his peak. I don't think Cancelo can get much better. If he can, bro,
how do you?
shit,
how
bro.
would you get better?
And bro, now he just has to focus on developing Haaland and Foden.
He doesn't need to develop Foden and Haaland
Why does
right
he need
now.
to develop them?
Because Haaland is one of the best strikers right now
Bro,
in
it's
general.
not the old FIFA training system where you plug them in and have them do a drill and get experience
but listen
points.
to me.
It's
Listen
actual,
to me.
like,
Right
he's
now,
going to get better. He's 22.
he's gonna
He's
get
not-
better as experience, not because Pep's like, okay, Haaland, I want you to focus on passing.
Million
No, that's
percent
not
Pep's
gonna
going to have
happen.
him a better pass by the end of the season.
I don't think that.
Oh,
I don't
guaranteed.
think that's gonna happen.
Guaranteed.
I don't think so.
Guaranteed.
I don't think so. I doubt it. His passing might improve a little bit, but not as he could have improved it while he was in Barcelona.
Why are you more confident in 6 months of Xavi's like development ability than Pep's like 10, 15 years of it?
What? No, dude. Because right now we've seen how Xavi utilized that Barcelona team.
No, but he's only been there for 6 months. Why are you guaranteeing that Holland would have been better?
Because that's the main focus of that team. The team is on a what's it called? A rebuild. They want to have players that they can improve on.
Yeah, okay, no.
Okay, go to the rumors.
Guys, he would have been much better in Barcelona. I'm telling that right
That's
now.
a fucking terrible take.
Good take. You guys just don't see it.
Go to the rumors.
Okay, we're gonna go to the rumors. Man City are linked with another transfer.
We're not gonna talk about Perisic. We don't want to talk about Perisic to Spurs.
I mean, if you want.
I mean, like, I was
he's just
gonna
there
get
for
to
depth.
that later.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought we were just gonna go straight into rumors.
Yeah, well, I mean, I sort of have it organized by like team.
Oh, okay, sure. I felt like we're just trying to get rid of all the signed and then go to rumors.
Like, I mean,
Sure, your choice, man. I'm down for whatever.
okay, we got Cucurella is being linked with Man City.
Yeah.
He's coming to Brighton. He's had an
And
amazing
Phillips and Calvin Phillips is rumored with him. What do you mean? If we're talking about City, let's go talk about both.
We're just talking about one player at a
season.
time.
Can we do one
Sure.
at a time?
One player at a time. Cucurella to Man City.
Cucurella to Man City, came into Brighton. He won their Player of the Year award. He was a phenomenal player. I don't know why Barca let him go because they need a left wing back right now. Honestly, like this, I think this is a really good transfer. The one thing for me is that at both Getafe and at Brighton, he was playing a part of a back five, and the City back line isn't necessarily their strong point.
I don't think he'll do well. If you want me to be honest, I don't think
At
Cucurella's
City,
gonna do well.
I'm not.
I remember
sold
you
on
said
it.
like City would want to look into Cucurella after
No,
And
I
then
said
they
that's
are.
Alphonso Davies.
No, you said Cucurella. I remember one of us did say City
I
would
didn't
look
say
into
Cucurella.
Cucurella.
I think Cucurella would do terrible there, bro.
I
to be
don't think it's a
honest.
good idea.
I
I don't think it's a good
remember
idea for
saying, but-
Cucurella. I think City would probably get a good return on investment for him because I
Yeah.
mean it's a bit like when they went out and got Angelino back from was it PSV or
But they only sold him for like
Yeah.
50 mil. What? That's not a good, you know.
no, I mean like they didn't get like a lot of like experience out of like Angelino because they brought him back because they wanted a left back.
Yeah.
That was also the same time they brought in Benjamin Mendy. They're like, okay, well we got a 1, we got a 2. Neither of those guys panned out the way they wanted.
Yeah.
Angelino thought he'd get more minutes than he did. He didn't get those minutes. He went back to Leipzig.
Yeah.
And then Benjamin Mendy's probably going to go to jail.
Yeah.
Angelino only played 2 friendly matches, and Pep's like, fuck off.
Yeah, so basically, I think it's going to be a bit like that where Angelino played as part of a back 5, played really, really well, came back part of a back 4, not as well, gets shipped out. And I think that's what's probably going to happen with Cucurella.
Probably, man. Honestly, like, I just thought they should just go out and get Alphonso Davies. If they have the money to do it, like, why not? Like, he's not the best defensively, Davies, but at least his pace helps him so much defensively to cover
I don't
up.
think they could be able to, like, you know.
I think Bayern
it's going to be
would just
Bayern would be like
budge on
200
Bayern
mil.
wouldn't 100%. They're
Yeah.
keeping that guy for
Yeah.
the future, but it's just like, it's not 200 mil. Like, bro, it's probably
No,
like
they would
50,
definitely.
60 mil max.
Bro,
for
Bayern are
Alphonso
fucking
Davies.
egotistic bastards. Like, they would
I
definitely
know
want
they
200
are, but it's
mil.
just like 200 mil, man. Like, grow up, man.
No, they would definitely want 200 mil.
But I
in
don't
my
think
opinion.
Cucurella will work out as well.
I
at
think
Man
they should
City.
just focus on a right back because,
What?
like, what's it called? Cancelo's already, like, doing very well at the left-hand side, so why not just, like, find a replacement for Walker? That's what I think. Because
mean,
there was a
it's-
few times where I've seen Cancelo struggle at the right back position. Because he's well adapted to the left side.
There's talk that they're going to give one of their young players, Issa Kabore, more playing time. He's a Burkinabe, like he's a Burkina Faso player.
Mhm.
They're giving him more time at right back is one of the thought processes there.
Also, the other thing too, I feel like Cancelo would be a lot better on the right, especially with Haaland's arrival, because it would be easier to get whipping balls for him.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I see it.
Absolutely,
Because, like, it worked obviously well when they were playing the fluid football, because he just cuts into his right foot,
Mhm.
does his fancy passes and all that stuff, pushes into the midfield. But I think now Pep's trying to focus more on taking advantage because Haaland's a big guy too, man. He's just whipping the ball.
6'4".
Hard low balls even too. Haaland will get to the end of it. So I feel like it would be a lot easier for Cancelo to just whip in the balls for him. And
Honestly,
Walker's obviously reaching his time, unfortunately.
Honestly,
best right back ever in the Prem, by the way.
like right now, I just thought of this, but maybe this is not the best of
Plenty.
idea. But I felt like since you said like they're bringing a youth player for right back, they have Walker there, and they have Cancelo on the left.
Yeah.
Why not try to attempt and probably get Jordi Alba? Because that's not the worst idea.
No,
I don't think that Barca's going to move on from him because I think they need his leadership, and I think that him and Xavi have a close relationship. So that I just feel like that's probably not.
Save that for the next stop.
Yeah. Moving on, sort of shifting sideways a bit in terms of left backs. There's a lot of rumors linking Zinchenko with a move away.
Good.
To like Newcastle, to Villa, to Everton's a big one. Where would you guys like think that he'd fit best?
Newcastle. I'm saying Newcastle because I think they will need his like versatility, and it would help them a lot with their depth that they need right now.
Definitely, yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I just say Villa because he'll just slot into the midfield. It'll be a good like box to box kind of midfielder, especially because Pep's helped him develop defensively.
Yeah.
His defensive work became a lot better. He's not great defensively still, but it's like because he's not a fucking left back. He's not a defender. He's a midfielder.
Yeah.
Moving cross town to Manchester United, you guys are linked with the Portuguese midfielder Vitinha. What do we think on him? What are the
I
thoughts
fucking
on him?
love it.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of rumors where he's also linked in with Liverpool and Arsenal, if I'm not wrong.
No, different midfielder. Fabio Vieira joined Arsenal today. Different Porto midfielder.
Really?
Yeah, different guy.
I swear they were the same name.
Nope.
No.
Confirmed today, Fabio Vieira.
Okay, but anyway, Vitinha, fucking love that guy. I legit named him in my Spurs, rebuild. I really saw him, and I really love the fact that, he's a great all-rounded midfielder, and I think 34 million is a fucking bargain for him.
I think it's gonna be a good, tidy bit of business. Like I think I've seen you guys in Wolves linked with them. I haven't seen much with Liverpool linked with them because I think they're still trying to figure out what they're gonna do midfielder wise since they missed out on Tchouaméni.
Yeah.
But I think he's a tidy. My one thought that comes out like when I see this is just like, what the actual hell are you guys gonna do with Donny Van de Beek? Because this guy and Donny Van de Beek would occupy the same position in your midfield because Bruno Cam locked in. Probably need DMs.
They need a DM, 100%.
At least one a guy that's properly gonna stay back, and maybe this guy maybe Vitinha comes in as a box to box, but you definitely need someone that's gonna be doing the hard yards. That means that Van de Beek, Vitinha, Fred all occupy the same.
I don't know.
Position.
I said this before. I think Vitinha would be a great super sub as a midfield option.
Okay.
Because I don't know if Ten Hag is gonna really rely. Right now, he's really pushing for the young, which we'll talk about later for sure, definitely.
Next thing.
But yeah, I think that Vitinha would be a super sub because I don't think he really wants Fred from the looks of it. Because he's very looking a lot. He's looking to center midfielders and all that stuff. Because we're also linked with Ruben Neves, so it's I don't think he trusts Fred as much as other managers did, and I think that's why we're signing Vitinha. And also he's 23, 22, so he's pretty young, and he could definitely improve, hopefully under United. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a tidy bit of business. I mean, it's just Ten Hag's got a lot of work to do sorting out that midfield. So moving on to the next midfielder, going to go to Frankie de Jong's still linked with Man United, despite him openly saying in the media this week he doesn't want to leave Barca and he doesn't want to join United. I want to go to Dorian first for this one as the Barca fan because
he's staying, boys.
I think it's better that he does.
I also think that he's most likely staying.
He's staying. It's better for him career-wise, honestly, to stay 100%. If he goes to Man United, he can play DM, but that's not his best role. We all know that. He's kind of like Declan Rice now. He likes to push up forward. He can do the defensive work, obviously, but even at United, I don't think it will work out. You're giving him too much pressure, especially with Maguire at the back still. And Wan-Bissaka probably not even going to play no more, I think. I think they're going to get rid of Wan-Bissaka.
Okay, this might be a weird take, but every time I watch Wan-Bissaka play, I go, why is he not being tried as a defensive midfielder?
Man, Wan-Bissaka should just be played in a back five with him, Maguire, Varane.
Honestly, that could also be a fantastic move. I think that like if they're looking for a DM, like just a straight up ball winner, I think Wan-Bissaka's got the right traits to do it. I don't know if positioning wise that's a really big change to go from fullback to playing DM. But I think that if you got the full summer off, like Ten Hag's a great coach at developing players and stuff like that. I think it'd be worth a try than just throwing him out because he's a £50 million signing.
But a bit too soon because his offensive ability is very, very bad.
I mean, you're just not asking him to do that because if he's playing in a midfield,
But the thing is, like, you have to think about it like this: he's getting the midfield, obviously, but like when Maguire, De Gea, Varane, any of these guys get the ball, he's gonna be one of the first options. If not the first option, and then just every team will just press on him. Expose that first touch of his, which isn't the best. Yeah, he can't dribble really.
I think it might be a long-term development thing.
It will. It's too soon to put him in the defensive mid. Yeah, but I see the qualities you mean, as in like he's arguably like the best right back in terms of defensive ability.
Yeah. It's just weird that they're ready to sell him after being like a £50 million signing because there's no way you get any kind of like anywhere near that.
Not even. They're probably going to get like what, 15, 20 mil for
15, 20 right now. If they were to sell him this summer, 15, probably 20 million.
I just like my thing with this whole thing is that okay, Frankie De Jong, I've seen rumors of him agreeing with United because of how much Barcelona want to push to sell him because of financial reasons, not because they don't think he would do well at Barcelona, but because of financial reasons they're pushing him a lot, and I think he's accepted that, and he's just like, so disappointed about that. So there's a lot of rumors saying that he agreed with United, personal terms, and it's just the issue of like finding a right fee between United and Barcelona to sell him. And also about and about Wan-Bissaka, there's also rumors for him going back to Crystal Palace on loan this time, and I think that it's really harsh on him because if Erik ten Hag allows him to play games and try to develop him into the a fullback he wants, then he would have the best of both worlds. He will have a defender that already knows how to defend, and then since he's going to be put into a formation that he's regularly going to be attacking, so obviously he's going to be improving his attacking game. So that's why I feel like he should at least be given a chance this season.
Yeah, I think so.
And if that didn't work out, then obviously, I would be so disappointed to see him go. But, if it is what it is.
I think that right back's just not a position that you need to address this season because I think that, in terms of positions of issue, it's, midfield, winger,
center back.
I wouldn't even address center back.
I would, man. I'm sorry.
Right
Maguire,
away.
No, we are very heavy linked to some center backs.
No, I know. Okay, but I think that winger and DM are the first two have to.
DM is 100%. Winger,
no, they just don't have depth because they've
we need a right
winger.
We need a right wing.
No, I'm saying DM 100%. Yeah. They need a DM.
Yeah.
That's the first thing they should do. Yeah. They don't have depth on the wing, obviously. No. They could get a young guy to bring him in. Maybe.
No, but they've only genuinely they have Elanga, Sancho, Rashford in terms of wingers.
Yeah.
Rashford at this point in his career we can call injury prone because he's had a number of.
I think that those are all shoulders, though. I think those are all shoulders. Washed, I don't think he's fully washed right now.
I don't think he's washed. I think he just needs to. I think that under all he's just wasn't working.
Yeah, I think it's the passion.
So they need somebody to come in and play there. Yeah. They need a backup striker to Ronaldo because as much as Ronaldo is a physical specimen, he's 38 and time is undefeated.
Yeah.
And just having Rashford as your backup striker option, as much as Rashford's also your backup winger option, just that doesn't look like it's going to work for a season where you're going to be playing mid-season World Cup. You're going to have the Conference League, not the Conference League, the Europa League, which has more games than the Champions League. Yep. So it just doesn't look like that's. So those would be the two areas that I'd address before going to even anything to do with the back line. Because left back, Telles, Shaw, don't address that this summer, not worth it. Goalkeeper.
Henderson might leave.
Henderson's been linked with
Nottingham Forest. Obligation to buy for 20 mil as a loan.
Would be great.
Would be amazing for Nottingham Forest. But I don't know why Nottingham Forest won him because they have Samba. Samba has...
he's an upgrade on Samba.
He's an upgrade, but I don't think it's the position they needed to upgrade, in my opinion. Right now,
they need midfielders.
Yeah, they have a good, very, very good chance of not getting James Garner back.
Yeah, Garner's probably not going to come back. They're probably not going to. Ryan Yates was missing a lot of time with injury this season.
Yeah.
Not Sembaso. Sembaso.
Sembaso, yeah.
He's like 32.
Yeah.
The areas they need midfielders, they need someone to replace Jed Spence.
Yeah.
And these guys still have Jack Colback as a backup left wing back, which it's not 2013. You can't be doing that.
That's hilarious.
One last rumor on United because we got to move on. Christian Eriksen.
Yeah, I have a lot of rumors here. I honestly, I would think that if we would talk about Lewandowski to United, that would be a much better talk. Thoughts?
What is that being linked?
I saw him linked, and I saw somewhere that Ferguson talked to Lewandowski recently.
He wanted Barca, man. He was twerking for Barca.
He wants to leave. I
know.
think.
He wanted Barca, bro. He kept saying that
he really wanted
Barca.
Barca, but now he's like he can't go on the free to Barcelona because Barcelona doesn't have the finances. So it's like, okay, I just want to leave at this point, you know.
The thing is, Barca can realistically afford him. It's just Bayern's being stubborn.
Yeah, Bayern is always like that. They're just babies, man. They can accept.
He's 35 mil, realistically. Let's be honest.
So he comes in. Is Ronaldo back on the wing?
I don't know. That's the one thing I don't get. Like right
I
now
don't
with
understand.
Lewandowski.
I mean,
how that
you could
works.
play with the front two, honestly.
You could.
But that's not
And that's
how
where I
Erik
think.
Ten Hag plays.
That's where I think personally, Ronaldo flourishes the best when he has another striker right next to him.
Yeah.
But the thing is that how Erik Ten Hag's gonna utilize his team?
I mean, it depends. If he gets in Lewandowski, he has to build around that.
Maybe we see a bit of a system around Ronaldo where Ronaldo's listed, left wing, whatever, but he's pretty much playing as a second striker.
Yeah, that's how he worked the best.
Like when you worked with Benzema, and then you have
Juve. When he went to Juve, he had Morata on the side with him.
And then you've got Luke Shaw playing as Marcelo.
So you're telling me it could be a front line of, by rumors, Ronaldo, Lemon, Anthony.
Sancho.
Fuck Sancho, yeah, just 75 mil in the bin.
No, but that's not but Anthony is so heavily rumored with United for 50 mil, and I don't think that.
Should we just do a section on United? Then?
Yeah, later on. But I want to move on with other teams.
Yeah, me too.
Next transfer.
All right, next up, PSG. Di Maria's still his contract's expiring. It doesn't look like Mbappe, new sporting director Kylian Mbappe is going to be renewing it.
Yeah.
Mbappe. Where do we think that he's going to land? I mean, I've seen rumors linking with Barcelona. I've seen rumors linking with Juventus.
Yep, I think Juventus is definitely the retirement house of contract expiries right now.
You need a right winger too, man.
I think what would be good business for him would be going to
TFC.
No, I was going to say Benfica.
Obviously, going back to Benfica, it would be good.
I think
for him.
Probably the best move because he could play as a second striker off of Gonzalo Ramos.
Yeah, but I think Juve just best for
Gonzalo
him.
Ramos.
Yaremchuk.
Gonzalo Ramos.
Oh, Ramos.
What happened to Yaremchuk?
He's their substitute.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a starter.
But I think he should go to Juve, man, honestly.
Juve makes a lot of sense for his career.
They need a right winger too, man.
They do. I mean, Chiesa is playing on the left.
Honestly, Inter Milan, if anything.
Inter Milan's actually next up here. Should we move on? Do you want to hop along to that? All right. So Inter's being linked with
there's no more rumors for PSG, is there?
Not really. It's a lot of just who knows. I saw something today. Fabrizio Romano tweeted out about Gianluca Scamacca being linked with them.
We can talk about a manager coming in that they're trying to
bring in. Manager,
yeah.
I don't know, because the only one I saw was.
Let's try and move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Right. We'll talk about the manager.
Let's do the Inter thing, then we'll call it. Yeah. All right. Cool. So Inter, they're being linked with a loan move for Lukaku, which would see Lukaku reunite with his strike partner and his third boyhood club, Inter. And on top of that, they're being linked with a move for free agent Paulo Dybala, which would leave Inter Milan with the attack of Paulo Dybala Cam, Lautaro Martinez, and Romelu Lukaku as a striking duo.
But
holy shit.
That sounds amazing, but I've never seen Hakan play Cam. He's played center mid most of the time.
Dybala.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah, right now.
You mean Hakan playing as a center mid, dropping down because Dybala's
coming. They drop him. They play Brozovic. They brought Brozovic and Barella. Brozovic, Barella.
I don't know, because what I've seen, what's it called? Right now, they play a 3-5-2. Huh? They're playing 3-5-2.
3-5-2, but they're gonna have to go with the Cam because Dybala's coming in.
Yeah, so it's gonna be. I don't know if Inzaghi is gonna be switching to a 3-4-1-2.
It's such a small change, especially with a player that has the off-ball work rate of Paulo Dybala. He's actually underratedly good at
Çalhanoğlu's gonna get dropped if Bilal.
Çalhanoğlu would
that's
have to
disappointing.
get dropped. Well, I don't think so.
No, I'm a fan of Hakan. That's why
Yeah,
I really like him.
I get that, but it's
free kick taker.
yeah, I get that, but honestly, like that lineup, they still would need a left back to replace Perisic, who I think honestly, if you got Zinchenko, a bit of a weird one. He's coming in. He's playing as a left mid sort of wing back thing instead of playing as a straight up back four left back. I think that especially the way that they had Perisic playing, like I think it would fit quite well there.
No, I can definitely see that, especially the fact that like he played left back a lot of times, so like he'll know what to do in that left hand position, and he's in the midfield line.
Yeah.
But yeah, is that all you guys want to do for transfer
so we're gonna wrap up the transfer video now. In the comments below, leave your best transfers, and we'll be reviewing them in a future episode.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Peace out.
All right, cool.
It's 4:10. We almost talked an hour for that.
No, we did not.
We started.
Got here at 4:10.
We started at 3:26.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. So we almost talked an hour. But anyways, on to the next thing. We're gonna be talking about Barca rebuild.
Yeah. I don't want to start.
I'm ready.
Well, let me get my notes up. Because I got some. Okay, can we just go over how we're gonna go over this first?
It's gonna be person by person. So
yeah,
he's gonna
one person at a time.
Yeah,
okay.
So he's gonna finish up his team. We're gonna give our opinion on it.
You guys give your thoughts on the players. Obviously, when I listen.
Oh yeah,
to
yeah.
Are we gonna wait for you to finish, or are we just gonna be like?
No. Just come in.
Just
I'm gonna say my player, and then I'm gonna say the reason why, and then you guys.
Talk. Okay.
And should we do it like And then also when I'm starting the video, should I do like? And we're the Mad Lads, we're the back here, everything.
Yeah, I'm just
Or
gonna.
are we gonna do how Sharky kind of does it, where he introduces like the main intro once, where he introduces everybody, and then because we were trying to do like 3 videos.
Yeah.
In a week, so like 1 video like recording in total, and then we just release them each time.
Yeah, I think that we do. So we should fully reintroduce it.
Should we fully reintroduce?
I think it's got to be a bit like how Football Daily does it, where you like reintroduce it. Like you can just fully start a new episode, like a separate episode.
I'm down for anything.
So let me know when you're ready.
Okay. I'm ready. Yeah. I have my notes
here.
Oh
wait, should we go who you're selling first? Establish like how much your budget's gonna be.
Yeah, do who you're selling.
Got it. Yep, sick. I'm in. All right, perfect.
Okay.
All right. And we're back. Welcome back to another Mad Lads podcast. I'm over here with Alex Noble, the fraud, and Doran over here, and we're gonna be talking about my team, FC Barcelona, the best team in the world. Not at the moment, but probably are going to be soon.
Yeah,
at one point.
For a long time.
We were dominant. Kind of fell off a little bit. Bartomeu, the terrorist, destroyed us. But we're back now, and we're going to do a rebuild on how we think my team should improve for the future. Who should they sign? Who should they get rid of? All the stuff. So we're going to start off with... I'll go last because I'm the Barca fan.
Yeah.
I can start first.
We'll start off with
Mobin. Yeah,
start off with Mobin.
Chief Scout Mobin.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start about talking about like who I'm gonna be selling. So right now we said like Barcelona has a 60 million budget.
Yeah, because
they have at least 60 million.
At least, okay. I'm
They've
just
been
going with
a
the 60
million pound move for Koundé. So we're going 60 million's your base, and then whatever you sell on top of that, that's your budget.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't even put that 60 mil in my thing. So technically, right now they'll have the 60 mil remaining. But anyways, so. For outs, right now we've seen the news that Dani Alves has left the club, so they definitely need someone to fill that right back position. They do have Musa Wague, but I think he's way too young. And our name, who's going to be replacing that right back position? PK, Barcelona wants him done. He's a mother shagger, he's a motherfucker, so he definitely has to leave.
I don't think those rumors are true. I don't even think they're true.
I'm not sure if
they're definitely true.
Well, no, because they're moving on Mingueza.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're going to move on both PK and Mingueza because they haven't got that other center back position.
No, but I'm saying I don't think the rumors of him fucking Gavi's mom are true.
No, I definitely
think it's banner. I don't know, man.
I don't think it's true.
I wouldn't treat that as fact.
Everyone just saw Gavi's mom in that one picture and went, oh, she's pretty fine, but to be fair.
No, I genuinely think it happened. I think it happened because...
If I was PK, I wouldn't be risking Shakira on it.
No, 100%. He fumbled the bag hard.
No, I think he just lost it.
Every Persian 30-plus-year-old's dream wife is on the market now.
I think he could go for 5 million. To be honest, his market value is around that.
Okay.
Titi is also there. I don't know why he's still there at the club. 5 mil transfer value for that.
Mm-hmm.
Another center back I'm giving away because right now I don't know why they want to get rid of Mingueza. I think they should just keep Mingueza and who they had. They had Eric Garcia and Orojo. So I'm getting rid of any additional center backs. So that's a 50 mil from Nengley. So currently 25 mil. Braithwaite, get him out. Like they already have.
Wait, sorry, hold on. You didn't mention your second center back. You said Umtiti and PK. And you said you were gonna do
Langley
as well.
Sorry.
3 center backs right now. That's gonna be done. Too many center backs in that club.
Yep.
Braithwaite could be gone as well because I think he's not really influencing the team on the offensive end. Luke De Jong does a lot more than Braithwaite, so as a second option.
But Luke De Jong's gone now.
Yeah, he was on loan, wasn't he?
He was on loan.
I think.
Yeah, he's
wait,
gone.
he was on loan.
Yeah, his loan's expired.
Fuck me then. Keep him. Then keep Braithwaite. Then fuck. I haven't looked into that. I thought he was there for sure.
They had the option to buy.
Yeah, but
they didn't exercise because they're financially.
They say never fall in love with a lone player.
And you fell in love with Luke De Jong?
Bro, he was so clutch.
He was clutch. He was
clutch. Come in and he just
clutch.
scored a
Hey,
header.
listen, if he's your club's Origi, I can understand. If he's your club's Origi, I understand.
Literally, there's a meme that goes around now, and it's like, you know how it's like back then they had when Park Ji-sung comes out, you know, the game is done. It's like when Luke De Jong comes out, you know, Barca's winning, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, the amount of time he's come in 80th, 85th minute, and he just scored a winning goal, like a header, bro. I love Luke De Jong.
Okay, this went down by a little bit, but it's all good.
Okay.
So Coutinho is sold for 22 million. I think that's
gone. Yeah, we should add that factor.
Decent amount of money there. And one player that everyone's forgot that he plays for Barcelona, Pjanic. I definitely think he could go back to Besiktas for a good amount of 10 million, something like that. His transfer market is around there. And Traore sent him back to Wolves. But anyways, my ends are really interesting in my opinion. So right now they definitely brought in Kessia. So I think that's confirmed for sure.
Yeah.
Christensen is I think 99% done. So that's
done, Christensen's done.
Yeah, so those two already coming in. I think those are amazing transfers for them.
Yep, those are great moves.
But so I've really hit the free agency market really hard with this because I think that's how
position by position. So goalkeeper,
okay, so goalkeepers, everything's okay. For defensive, Christensen is also one of the center backs that I wanted to bring in. But right now, so since did I say? Oh fuck! I forgot to put in Jordi Alba that I was gonna sell. I don't know how much Jordi Alba goes for, but I wanted to sell Jordi Alba as well. 10 mil, sure, fuck it, 10 mil. Doesn't matter. But anyways, the point is that I want Jordi Alba gone as well. So 10 mil. So, now, the defensive line, I would be buying Hector Bellerin for 25 million from Arsenal.
I looked at that when I was doing mine, and I thought it would be a good move.
Yeah.
I feel like it wouldn't work out because
I definitely think it would.
He was at Betis, and they do a 5 there.
They do a 5? I think they did a 4 from time to time.
No, for their Copa del Rey run, they were doing a 5.
Oh.
Which is where he was playing arguably his best, and I think that he's hoping to go back to Real Betis, not just go back to Spain. I think, but I think it'd still be a great move because he's on a good bit of form right now.
And I think that it would be amazing for him because he's gonna be his stats looked amazing defensively and offensively. Mm-hmm. That's why I chose him ahead of Rydal Baku. Because Ridley Baku, yeah.
He's definitely a back 5 guy.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Baku, definitely, yeah. He's arguably he's a right mid.
Then my third option was going to be Matty Cash, but I don't think Aston Villa was going to sell him. But anyways, I think Hector Bellerin is going to be the best player for this team because I think it's going to give a lot of things that, they could not get from Serginho Dest. And then they're going to have Christensen, Araujo. And then on the left back, I am signing Grimaldo for 35 million.
I think it's tidy business. I think it's good
business. I mean,
I think so.
He played well in the Champions League. He's doing. I think he's over. He's too good for it. Yeah. I think he's too good for the Portuguese league. So I think it's time for him to make a big move. And Barcelona Champions League would be that move.
For a team that needs left backs, you guys used to have a lot of good left backs.
Oh, 100%, bro, 100%.
Alright, now on to the midfield. Obviously, Kessie, De Jong, Pedri.
Wait, sorry. Should we go over the depth in each of these positions?
Okay,
you've got,
sure.
In goalkeeper, you got Ter Stegen and Neto, that. Right back, you've got
Bellerin and Musa Weg, Christensen. Sorry, and Roberto. But Roberto, I put him in my midfield mostly.
I have him listed at right back, but
I put him in my midfield
some players
mostly.
that are versatile, so I play him wherever. Okay, and then
I mostly put in my midfield, but center backs, Christensen, Araujo, Mingueza, and Eric Garcia. Grimaldo and Alex Balde? Alex Balde, yeah. At first, I thought like he was playing for the Barcelona B, and I saw his name in the
He was just
official
injured.
Barca team, and I was like,
injured.
perfect, he's already there. So midfield, my starting midfield is gonna be Kessie, De Jong, Pedri, of 1 DM, 2 center mid formation. So I will from the free agency market, I will be signing Xavi Simons. I think bring him back. I think he would do well, especially with Depay there now. I think Depay could give him a bit of the ins and outs of like what he can do in the position. Memphis Depay.
So why say Depay?
I don't know, man. Fuck his
guy's
name.
tweaking, bro.
Fuck
Depay.
him.
It's also Xavi Simons.
Yeah.
Same. Doesn't matter, man.
And it's Musa Wague.
Musa Wage.
Wague.
Who gives a
Wagwe.
shit, man? Player is player.
Okay, go.
Alright.
But let's see.
What's the depth looking like in that midfield? Because you got De Jong, Kessie, Pedri,
Xavi Simons.
Xavi Simons.
Simons.
Don't fuck with
There's
my
Sergio
brain,
Roberto.
Sergio Roberto.
There's a lot of young players like
Gavi,
Nico. Yeah, so there's a lot of young players.
Okay,
so
yeah,
they can
yeah.
still use that young player that they have, young talent they have.
for sure.
And now, also, Moutinho and Tolisso I think would be a good add to the team.
Who?
Moutinho and Tolisso.
Joao Moutinho?
Yeah.
Really? From
No,
Wolves?
Joao Moutinho. Yeah, Wolves. Yeah.
From Wolves?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think Joao Moutinho and Christensen Tolisso would be amazing signings for him, especially the fact that they're coming for free.
The one thing with Tolisso, I'm not trying to be too critical. I'm just trying to.
Yeah. No.
He is so injury prone, and that's like the last thing that Barcelona need right now.
But they have the young players, so if he gets
Yeah.
injury, it's only a bad thing on their salary. That's it, and they're only gonna be probably giving him 100K at most. 120, 100 at most. So it's not that big of a hit because they're getting rid of all these wedges of PK, Umtiti, Nengle or not.
Yeah, for sure.
But now we're going to my offense. I think they should heavily focus on trying to bring back Dembele, give him a contract.
Yeah.
Because I had the option for them to replace Dembele, but it's no way near as good as Dembele. It was Christian Pavon because he's coming in for free as well.
He's got to make a move to Europe at this point in his career because he's like my thoughts on him. I'm a big fan of his. He needs to make this move to Europe. I don't think he's a Barcelona level player.
Yeah.
I think that he could make a move to like
a mid-table
team, prem team. I think he's destined to go play somewhere like mid-table.
Yeah, give him to Aston Villa, bro.
Sevilla would be great.
Sevilla would be
I was
nice.
gonna say something like
Villarreal.
Udinese would be good.
Villarreal too with Dan
Torino,
too.
Yeah, stuff like that.
But anyways, I think that the fact if they would Dembele has been a lot nicer now, and I think that if they have to focus on signing him and back to the team, and he will do a lot better.
He's the best player at Barca in my opinion.
Well, you think he's one of the best players in the world. I don't doubt it. On his day, injury free, I think he's
French players even say it themselves. He's the best player on the ball.
Oh, absolutely.
So they got the striker. They got Aubameyang, and on the left wing they could put either Depay or Ansu Fati.
Yep.
But the point is that right now, I have spent I have bought in the club 65 million, and I have spent 60 million for this team. And I think that also as a backup option, there's a lot of who's that Moroccan kid?
As Abdullah.
Yeah, so they got Abdullahi, they got Ansu Fati, they got someone else on the wings, young players. So I think the youth is really the big focus here for Barcelona. I just added Bellerin and Grimaldo because I didn't want to bring in young fullbacks. They need good experienced fullbacks for those positions.
Because otherwise their defense will look poor.
Yeah.
Because Christensen's a good player, but it's not like he's going to come in and revolutionize their defense.
Exactly.
Eric Garcia's looked shaky at times.
Yeah.
Araujo's solid.
Araujo's solid. But yeah, anyways, brought in the club 65 million. So Braithwaite's not leaving. Alba is leaving. That will give me 65 million. And I'm only spending 60 million, and with the 65, with the 60 million that I still have, so the club will be saving 65 million.
So you still have Busquets.
I still have Busquets as a backup option to Kessie.
Yep. Okay. It's a good team. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I looked at a lot of those players and I thought that they'd be good fits as well. But I tried to be a bit. I think I invested more in the offense than I did in the defensive areas that you did.
Makes sense. I just saw Aubameyang's already doing good enough, and
also,
I didn't see a reason to replace him.
Transfer yesterday, Pablo Torre. He's come to Barcelona.
Yeah, he's gonna do
shit.
great in Barcelona B, and then, we'll see him.
He's probably gonna get promoted. Honestly,
see him in 2 years when he's
Yep.
called a La Masia graduate, and then
Maybe
we'll pretend that he played there since he was 9.
Yeah.
Noble, let's see.
Okay, so for me, I'm gonna go through it this way. So we've got 3 expiring contracts. Dembele, I think that it's gonna be really tough in the financial situation that Barcelona's in to renegotiate because he is looking at for like 300K a week.
Oh damn!
And I think that that's just not something that Barcelona's going to be able to do at this current moment. So you're probably going to lose him on a free, which is a real shame because his Barcelona form has really upticked, and I think he's a brilliant player. So whoever's going to sign him is going to get a phenomenal player.
Yeah.
But it just looks like it's just not going to work out. Adama Traore's contract, his loan is expiring. He's going to be returning to Wolves. I don't bring him back.
Yeah.
100% don't bring him back.
Dani Alves, he's confirmed he's leaving Barcelona for the second time. I don't know what to do for him. I hope he's gonna go back down to Brazil and play amazing.
Probably.
I personally would feel like retirement right now is
I
the
hope
perfect
him
option.
and Marcelo go find themselves a team in Brazil.
Oh, that'd be
maybe
That'd be sick.
maybe they buy it together.
Just come to MLS, man. Just come to the MLS.
Yeah, just come to the MLS. Why not?
TFC.
Yeah, LA Galaxy. Go play with Chiellini.
Yeah.
Is that what's it called? LAFC.
No, is he LAFC?
Yeah,
LAFC,
I thought he was
yeah.
Galaxy. Okay, go to
LAFC.
Galaxy and play against Chiellini because you know you can run circles around him.
Oh,
but
bro,
still.
Inter Miami with David Beckham's team. That would be
Oh yeah,
sexy.
I think Beckham.
And Higuain and Matuidi, dude.
Yeah. See, there you go. You got your whole team set there. All right. So as for selling players, I'm selling Alex Collado, if you guys want, for like 2.5 mil to some upper tier B League team or lower end like La Liga team. He's not a bad player. It's just it's not going to ever be a Barcelona quality player. Miralem Pjanic, I think, leaves on a free just to get that wage off the books because I don't think that he's played well enough at Besiktas to like really warrant them spending a fee. So he's probably going to move back to like I could even see him go back to like a Jose Mourinho Roma,
Maybe
something like that.
go back home.
Yeah.
Coutinho's out for 22 million, so to Villa that's confirmed. So that's that's between him and Collado. That's 25. Ricky Puig's going to go out the door at some point for around 10 to 15. Umtiti, you could still probably recover about 10 million on him to the right team.
Maybe,
like lower end, it'd be different. Like there's a lot of teams that need center
Ship
backs.
him off to Newcastle.
Ship him off to Newcastle. Ship him off to Villa. Ship him off to freaking one of the promoted
Villa got
teams.
Diego Carlos. I think
Hey,
we forgot
Fulham.
about that.
Fulham.
Full.
Longley, I think is definitely a 10 to 15 million player. Like
Yeah.
he's step up on Umtiti just in general. Then Gaeta, I've seen like rumored fees of around 15 to go to like Valencia and stuff like that.
Shit.
So like, he's a good player. He's
Yeah.
still pretty young. I think that he's got leadership qualities that they like. So it just, I don't know why they're moving on from him.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of a young Ramos.
Yeah, same. I just don't know why they're cashing in on him, but I think it's fair play. And then these last two are a bit rogue.
Okay.
You didn't sell either of these guys.
Oh, really?
I think you. No, I don't think you did.
Let's see.
Did you sell Dest?
No. Oh wait, actually. Oh shit.
Because he wasn't listed on your team.
Ooh, I forgot to add him to my list. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
I'm selling Dest for 20.
I already felt like he was
There's
already
gonna
a
be
done player,
teams
so.
out there like Spurs would take that on. Like I
Yeah.
feel like even teams in the Liga like Sevilla would take that on. Arsenal could do the right back because I'm not sure what Tomiyasu is really gonna end up being.
But he's rumored to Roma heavily, from what I've seen.
Oh yeah, Dest. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there's rumors there. Like it's gonna be around 20 million.
How much?
Yeah.
Oh, 20 minutes, solid. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Memphis Depay has been linked to Juventus this week. And I think that he just doesn't fit the Xavi style because he definitely works better centrally, but
I
not
don't-
as a striker.
I thought of selling Depay, but then I looked into like how many games he played and how consistent he played. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe Xavi could like figure something out with this guy because he would be good for the depth and he could be like a good sub option. But
He's just not a winger. Is the only
yeah,
issue.
but
He's
I
like
don't
a
know
second
because
striker.
I've seen him play as a winger. I've seen him play as a cam. So I think like when Xavi wants to like switch the formation, he will be very influential in like which position he could play.
Yeah, no. Again, like it's just I think that it's probably just a better idea just to move on because I just don't think that Xavi sees him fitting in on that left side,
Makes
and he
sense.
doesn't play with like a second striker or a
Makes
cam.
sense.
So I think that just as a fit, it's probably better to move on, especially if Juventus are interested. Like it might you might as well just go.
Yeah.
A great Dybala replacement.
Oh yeah, exactly, perfect. And I said like that's gonna be around 30-35 mil. So I've
Yeah.
got 117 between what I've sold and my
Damn.
no, sorry. I've got around 150 between what I've sold and the 60 million.
Damn. That's
so
nice.
150 is what we're working with. I'm loaning out Arnau Tenas, Inaki Pena, because those both goalkeeping prospects could be future, at least backups.
Yeah.
Arnaud Comas, I'm going to loan out as well, center back. Ezi Abdullahi, he's good. I like him, but I think he should be out on loan. Ilias should also be out on loan for sure. Alex Balde I'd loan out because I think that because I've got a left back lined up.
Okay.
And I think it's just good to get him minutes. Musa Wagwe is going to go back out on loan, and I'd loan out Trincao again because I think that he can actually be quite good. I just don't think that he's
Wait,
ready.
didn't Wolves buy him for like completely?
No, they
I thought it was full buy.
He's loan.
Okay.
So I'd loan out Trincao again. So I am functioning on the assumption that they've got these three players confirmed coming in: Kessier, Christensen, and Azpilicueta. Looks like I'm not seeing him linked with
Did
anyone
you guys
else.
forget about Griezmann?
Yep. Forgot about him.
Wait.
No, didn't they sign it? They didn't sign
They
it.
didn't. Oh, fuck. That's a lot of more money, dude. What
No,
the
it's
fuck?
not.
It's like 35 mil right there.
Hey, that's a lot more for me. That's all I have to say.
All right. Let me.
That's like
That's still
105
I'm
mil
thinking,
right
like,
now.
no one mentioned Griezmann.
I totally forgot.
Totally
Like,
forgot that you guys wasted your time on that.
Yeah.
I legit was looking at like the
I mean, you guys mentioned big signings like Dembele and Coutinho.
No,
I'm
because
like, Griezmann
the
as well.
only reason I figured out Pjanic is there because I looked at the team's like salary cap, salary like how much they're paying, and I didn't see Griezmann's name, and I was
because
like,
Atleti's paying the full wage.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck?
But he's coming back June 30th.
Right,
Yeah.
then I'm selling Griezmann.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, Griezmann, selling him to. He's gonna go to PSG, isn't he?
No, I don't think he's gonna go to
Juve might
PSG.
be able to go to.
No,
Serie A,
I think because Mbappe likes playing with him.
I think he's a really good player, man.
Yeah.
Griezmann.
I just don't think it fits. Again, like he's a bit of a second striker, not really a
Where the
winger.
fuck would Griezmann go?
I think PSG.
That's another talk, but like I don't think
Let's go.
PSG to be honest.
Call it PSG for 30 million. So
Let me see, Griezmann.
Okay, continue with your team.
Yeah.
all right,
continue.
I'll continue with mine. All right, so ideally, this is what I'm saying ideally, but I've got different options in these positions.
Sorry, before you continue,
Yeah.
Griezmann, Chelsea. Thoughts on that? That would be a nice one.
I was thinking Dembele to Chelsea.
I was thinking,
Yeah,
Dembele,
Dembele, Chelsea.
why
I've
not
seen
both of
rumors,
them?
but like,
Why
yeah.
not both of them?
But anyway, sorry about that.
Sell Callum Hudson-Odoi, get both of them.
Griezmann would
Yeah.
not
All
work
right.
out there.
Hmm?
Griezmann would not work out at Chelsea.
I don't think so either.
But
Dembele would though.
Dembele would, 100%.
Yeah.
They use their wingers.
All right, ideal roster: Marc-Andre ter Stegen and
Mhm.
Roberto Neto as my goalkeepers.
okay,
Right back, I got Cesar Azpilicueta.
okay,
That's a signing. It's a free signing.
yep.
And either
Okay.
Sime Versalco from Atletico Madrid, who's on a free transfer, or Serge Aurier as a backup right back.
I saw
Aurier,
that. I
I
was
would
thinking
like
of
Aurier.
Aurier
Because I
Sidibe, but then
really rate Aurier
Yeah.
because he's actually done quite well at Villarreal, and I think
Yeah.
that in the Barcelona team, because he's one of those guys that like he knows the stature of that club, like he would really respect that, and I think that he'd go in there and give it. I mean, he's not even your starting right back. He's behind Azpilicueta. He's
Yeah.
a decent player. Like he's gonna fit that sort of style. He's also a bit more of a bit more of a shit house than any of the players that
Yeah.
you have,
Yeah.
which I think is a good addition to the team.
no, but
So that's
the reason I didn't put Aurier here,
Yeah.
I didn't bring Aurier in because I was like, damn, it's either between Aurier and Sidibe because they're the only top two right backs in the
he's
market.
better. He's clear of Sidibe.
Yeah, but then I was like, okay, Sidibe's ass. Aurier's coming in. He also had like the European experience as well on him.
Mm-hmm.
But then I saw like Musa Wagwe, and I'm like, whoa, this guy's a good backup, and he could develop like for cup games and all that stuff. So let me bring like a proper right back and not depend on Aurier.
I just loaned him out because I figured that Wagwe could do with like starting. I think like probably be
Yeah.
like a lower end.
I think that's the problem with him. He's injury prone too.
Is he? Oh,
He's been
okay.
injured the whole season.
Ooh. Okay, so
Yeah.
then right center back we've got Araujo and Christensen,
Yeah.
which that's pretty much locked up. Very solid right back position, like right center back position. Left center back, you guys need someone because I think that Garcia is not quite there. I think he's a good squad
yeah.
player. I don't think he's quite there. And Gerard Piqué is definitely slowing down. I'm trying to keep the leadership group of this team together because it's really hard to replace that. And I think the other thing is that they're all still friends with Xavi, so I feel like Xavi's not going to be like bidding off all his friends. So I signed Robin Lenormand.
Okay.
He's a left-footed center back from Real Sociedad.
Mm-hmm.
He had really good like passing numbers for like long
passing
balls.
wise, he's good.
Long balls, and he's 6'4", so I think that like especially partnering up with Araujo, he's not tall, but he's not like physically weak.
Araujo's
But
tall.
is he?
Araujo's like 6'3".
Is he?
Yeah,
I
Araujo's
thought
tall.
I thought he was like 6 foot. So
No,
all right,
he's always a tall
hey,
guy.
if you put two tall guys together, it'll still work.
That's why everyone's comparing him to Van Dijk.
Ah, okay.
I saw him. I saw his stats, and I was like, that
Yeah.
he's not defensively as good. Like I think Barca
So
would want him to
Sociedad,
be.
know that guy?
Sociedad, yeah.
Yeah, to say that.
Yeah.
So I just think like defensively he might have some issues, and
Have
I
his
don't
player
think.
of the month card.
But like, what's it called? I don't know. Like the
Oh.
passing wise, he could be great, but I
Yeah.
think Christensen could fill that role for them. Like
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like I've got, I'm going with 5 center backs like as options because
Yeah.
I mean there's going to be injuries, there's
Yeah.
going to be suspensions. It's good to like rotate through form and everything. The other options that I was looking at were Matisse Delete. So if I had the Griezmann money in there, I would have gone with Delete.
Yeah.
Because I think that would also be a really
How
great.
much is he? Like 70?
He's still rated like
60, 70?
Well, his transfer mark says 50.
50.
Yeah.
His
But
transfer
probably
mark says
60
50.
you can get.
But
Yeah.
probably 60, and if I was to sell Griezmann, I could probably fit that.
Mm-hmm.
The next one I was looking at was Naif Agrard, who's a Moroccan center back who's looking like he's going to join West Ham, but his passing is fucking nuts. Like it is like he is like a ball progressing center back almost, and I think that he'd be a great signing. The other one that I was looking at is Sven Botman from Lille.
But he's very heavily
For-
rumored to AC Milan right now. So.
No, he's rumored with Newcastle. AC Milan's not willing to meet 40 million for him.
Whoa.
Because
He's not anything rich like that, man.
Yeah, they're
Damn.
not. No, they're not rich like that because they're trying to do both him and Renato Sanchez from Lille,
and
and
they
they're having
chose
trouble with
Renato?
Sanchez. They don't want to do them separately. They want to go like we'll give you like 70 million for these two players,
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
and they want like 40 million for each, and it's looking like.
I feel like they
Botman's
should
fo-
just give him the 10 mil, man. Just give him the
They don't
10
have
mil.
it. They don't really have it. That's the thing. So those are my options. I'd say like if I'm selling Griezmann, I'd switch that to Delict or Botman. Because I feel like either one of those are really going to fit quite well,
Yeah.
especially with Araujo and Christensen and like PK and Garcia still around. I think that's pretty solid center back options. For left back, I've kept Alba because Alba's numbers last season were fine offensively, and since we're playing with a DM in midfield, and since we've got a pretty solid set of center backs and
And you have a defensive right back too.
defensive right back in either Aurier or Azpilicueta, I've gone and said, all right, we'll keep Alba, but we're going to definitely be looking to address that like next summer with a proper replacement. But this summer we get in Angelino from Leipzig to come play left back.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What happened to Caio Henrique?
Caio Henrique is like my second option. He's from Monaco. He's not super offensive. Like he'd be another defensive addition. And I know that Xavi wants to play with attacking
Yeah,
fullbacks.
he likes his attacking fullbacks.
He likes his attacking fullbacks. So I just think that Angelino would be pick one, and then Caio Henrique, and then Grimaldo, because Grimaldo's a bit more of an expensive player, and I personally don't like it when clubs buy back players. Like I think that looks really poor.
Yeah.
Because also part of the Grimaldo deal was definitely like getting a percentage of his next sale, and you're sort of like not getting that when you buy him. And then one of the things that I noted that Barcelona's linked with is Marcos Alonso. Avoid. Do not
Really?
sign.
Yeah.
Do not sign.
Yeah.
He cannot play in a back four. He is a good left wing back. He's old. He is slow. He cannot play in a back four.
He's not that old.
He's
33,
29.
something like that.
29.
No.
He's 30. He's 30.
Pretty sure he's 29.
He's not going to get any better, and I just don't see him fitting in the Barcelona team that you guys are going forward with. So I've just said to avoid that.
31.
31?
So in midfield, I've gone with honestly just bringing in Kessié, and so we've got Busquets and Gavi as DMs. Dion, Kessié playing ahead of that with Pedri also as an option, Nico as an option, Sergio Roberto as an option. So there's a lot there. The other thing that I notice about Xavi is that he really likes that his midfielders are like versatile. They can play different roles, so he can rotate them around. So it's not so much like selecting specific positions. Like obviously Busquets isn't going to be playing like box to box at any point in time, but like there are other players that in that midfield that can really swap around, and it's a pretty good mobile midfield. So in attack is where I've made probably like the biggest moves. So we've got Ferran Torres,
Okay.
and I don't know why they're not doing more to sign this player or having any kind of attempt to sign him. But if I was Barcelona, I'd shell out the 40 million for Sadio Mane.
Sadio?
I don't know. I think Sadio Mane, the reasons that his wage is going to be super high, and the fact that like he might have his mind set on Bayern Munich.
He wants the higher wages. That's the reason why he's leaving Liverpool.
Yeah, but if you're moving like that much wage off your bill, he's the only high wage signing that I'm suggesting as well. Like he's the only high wage one, so I'd say that it'd be a good one, especially for 40 million. Like bringing him in because he can play central, he can play on the left, he can play on the right. There's a lot of versatility there that you can work with. He's an absolute star player. Like so, you know, none of the other names that I listed initially were really star players. So like this would be like satisfying that for the Barca fan because a lot of like not Doran. But a lot of them are fucking psychopaths that see a big shiny name and go buy it, which is why you ended up with Coutinho and Griezmann and Dembele and all of that. Why you're like everyone's like Lewandowski,
and it also suits the cycle, man. Just look what Liverpool's signing, see how well they do, buy it.
And then at striker, I've kept Aubameyang. I've kept Martin Braithwaite because he's on a high wage, and I just don't know if you'd be able to move him on. Like, because I just don't think that he's happy at Barcelona, and I think that's
he's chilling. Bro.
No matter what you agree with another club, he's probably gonna go. No, I'd rather stay here and get paid $100K. Thanks. And then I've signed Eddie Nketiah.
Ooh, Eddie
as a bit of a project player for Xavi. I mean, you'd have to like confirm with him that he'd get cup games, like guaranteed. Like he'd be starting cup games. You'd have to like confirm that he'd get like, depending on your group. But like if you draw like a worse team in the Champions League group, like he'd get those games because he's looking for game time. But he's grown up in the era where it's like Barcelona was the team, Xavi was the guy. So I feel like he would have some interest in that. And then
the talk for that is like how well would English players do in the foreign leagues? Like we haven't seen a lot of them because
Sancho's done brilliant.
Sancho, Bellingham, but then other than that, like we don't see a lot of them. To be honest,
I agree that we don't see it a lot.
Trippier
but
did really well.
It's starting to happen. It is starting to happen more, like with some of the higher profile players and with some of the young players.
It's best to happen, to be honest, because that's how England would improve.
I think that's honestly it's such a weird thing that English players don't go abroad, but. Yeah, I think it would be a great move for him. He'd come in, he'd be a sort of understudy to Aubameyang again, which, I mean, that would also help with his integration.
Yeah.
And then on left wing, we've got Ansu Fati, and I think for a £25 million signing, again, versatile player, can play on the left, can play striker, Arnaud Danjuma from Villarreal, who've missed out on the Champions League. He's linked with the move to like a number of Champions League teams. He's linked with Liverpool. He'd be a great signing to bring in because Aubameyang's got a bad injury record. You don't want to be stuck with Braithwaite and Nketiah as your only strikers. He can play through the middle. I was looking at Danjuma's stats, and his actual chance creation per 90 was higher than Robert Lewandowski's.
Yeah, 100%.
And he was on a team that had the ball way, way less. So he's actually he is a great player. Like I think he'd be so if your front line is any variation of Torres, Mane, Aubameyang, Nketiah, Braithwaite, Fati, and Danjuma, you're very well set up there for not just like competing in one competition. You could compete in two. So my final list of signings, total 135 million, probably going up to 150 million if we sell Griezmann and buy De Ligt instead. 10 players in, Azpilicueta free transfer, Aurier free transfer, Christensen free transfer, De Ligt for 50-60 million, Angelino for 25, Kessié for free, Mane for 40, Danjuma for 25, and Nketiah for free. And then this one I thought of literally when I was on my way here. I think that Zinchenko as a signing would be just helpful for depth in a number of positions because he's such a versatile player. And Barcelona have had injury issues. Would know why. Would he be
for free?
No, he'd be for 10, 15 because that's what he's being linked with, 10, 15 million. And I think that Pep would want to move him on to a club like Barcelona where he's gonna get the game time and he's actually gonna get to play his position because he could come in. I mean, as good as Nico and Gavi are in midfield, sometimes you just need like a more experienced hand in there, and he's got good leadership. So it's like a bunch of leaders coming in. The core of the team is still intact. Big contracts coming off the books. Only one really big contract coming in, which is M.A.D, and it's still within the realm of like what I've sold and what we started out with as a 60 million budget.
So how much are you like saving?
And total, we actually keep roughly 15 million that goes off their debt.
Okay. So you're spending 120 mil.
Just over 120.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it was originally 135 out of 150, but I think mine's gone up to like 160 with the sale of Griezmann, and I've spent 145 of that, so roughly 15 mil saved.
Okay.
Okay.
Solid.
So
I like
now
that.
here's the real one.
This is what my dream is.
Here's the correct one.
So this is what I went with.
Yeah.
So transfer wise, like budget, I got probably like around total 135, 140.
Yep.
Nice.
Like including the 60 mil.
Mm-hmm.
So I got rid of PK.
Okay.
I got rid of Jordi Alba.
Okay.
This one was quite arguable for me. I didn't want to really do it, but
De Jong.
it has to be done. No, I got rid of Busquets.
Oh, dude.
I feel so. I only kept them because I thought that Javi would want to keep this core together because I think that it's.
The thing is, yeah, you would, but the thing is, like, now's the best time to get some money.
Oh,
out
I
of it.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I was trying to go like, oh, I'm Javi. I'm telling Laporta what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
I got
don't
rid
know.
of
There's
Busquets.
also the fact that like Busquets could be like a good leadership like role model for that team of like the
Can
youth
be,
team,
yeah.
and like also someone has to like teach like Kessié like what to do and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
So Javi will do that because he's a coach and he'll teach a player what to do.
Hey,
The
man,
thing
I
is,
don't
though,
know.
I got rid of Busquets because
Busquets to City.
imagine, as good as he like is leadership wise, but like he kills the play a lot. Like when I watch Barca play, like he's really slow on the ball. Like his passing is still elite. I'll give it to him. His passing ability is amazing. Defensively, he's not bad. He's just weak now. He's like flimsy. He's slow on the ball. I think his time is done now.
Bro, send him to Valencia. Parejo and Busquets on the midfield line.
Yeah. So Parejo plays for Villarreal.
What's that?
Parejo plays for Villarreal.
Oh, sorry, Villarreal. Same team, man.
I also got rid of Dest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have to.
I don't think he'll work out.
No, me neither.
'Cause he's too offensive minded.
He is.
I got rid of Umtiti and Langley as well.
Gotta get rid of him.
Solid.
Gotta move
Got
him.
rid of Ricky Puig.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
same.
He's another player. He can
Gotta
get like
go.
10 mil, 15
Gotta go.
out
He's
of
not
it.
gonna get a shot. He's getting to the point in his career where he's been playing all the time to actually develop.
And a lot of players think he's like the rat of the team, letting him
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I didn't include Coutinho because it was already done.
Already done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
I got rid of Griezmann
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
for like probably 35, 40 mil.
Yep.
Lovely.
So I came up to like around 135, 140 mil.
Perfect.
Somewhere
Mhm.
around there
Yep.
With the 60 mil or without the 60 mil?
with the 60 mil.
With the 6
Okay.
mil. Yeah.
And then goalkeepers, I kept it Ter Stegen and Neto. We're eventually going to have to move on from Ter Stegen. He's not looking the best anymore.
At some point, yeah. But
Yeah.
there's just not a good goalie market.
Exactly.
Right
Right now we can't get rid of him.
now. Like you wouldn't get a good fee selling him, and you wouldn't be able to sign someone worthwhile.
Right back, I listed Roberto as a right back, but he can play midfield as
Yeah.
well, on the wing as well too.
Yep.
I got Azpilicueta in the squad because I think for who I have at left back, we're gonna need him.
I agree. Yeah.
I have Musa Wage as well too.
Ooh.
He's gonna be staying. He's gonna get some minutes in because mostly I think Roberto's gonna be playing offensive or in the midfield for us. So it's gonna be realistically Aspi and Wage. Center backs, I got Aroa, Mingueza, Garcia.
Okay.
Those guys are staying.
That's very solid.
Christensen is coming in already. That's confirmed.
Yep.
And this was where I didn't know what to do really. So I didn't mention this guy, but he's also in my out because there's two things I could either do with him. Memphis Depay, which is one of the players. So one of the things was I sell him, obviously, get like 35, 40 mil out of him.
Yeah.
Or I put him into the transfer, give him to Juve, and give some cash and get De Ligt for him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Because
doable.
Dybala's
Okay.
leaving, yeah.
Yeah.
So what I went with, because I realistically don't think it'll be happening.
No.
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No.
So I just sold to Depay,
Okay.
and I brought in Jules Koundé
Okay.
because we're going 60 mil for him already.
Yeah,
There's
nice.
negotiations. He wants to come to Barcelona.
Yeah.
He said he doesn't want to go anywhere else but Barcelona,
Damn.
Yeah.
and I think he's a really, really
Didn't
good.
you say that with
defender.
Real Madrid as well?
What?
like he wants to go to Real Madrid. Like heavily.
I've never heard him linked with Madrid actually.
But yeah,
I've actually seen him linked a bit.
I brought in Jules Koundé.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to start with Araujo in the center back duo.
Yeah, that'd be solid.
Left back, I kept Alex Balde. I love him. He's one of my favorite players at the club.
I think he just needs a year development. Like,
yeah.
So that way, like next year.
The thing is, the reason why is just he's injury prone. That's the thing. So I kind of kept him because I want him to be the starter, but not now. I want him to start next year. And the reason why I kept him is because we kind of need a more defensive minded left back. Because I actually brought in Marcus Alonso.
Oh shit!
I brought in Marcus Alonso.
Oh my god! Yo, okay.
And the reason why I brought Marcus Alonso
he's cheap.
He's cheap as fuck.
Yeah, he's cheap.
Offensively, he's amazing.
He's amazing. He's a great set piece taker. He's a goal scorer.
But the thing is, we're not going to be playing 5 back because realistically, we're going to be playing a 3 back with Aspi, Araujo, and Koundé because Aspi's not going to be running up and down the field like he used to anymore.
Yeah, really.
So I brought in Alonso so he can do his dirt on the wing.
Wow.
I brought in Marcus Alonso as much as I don't think he's great defensively, but I think offensively he gives us so much.
I'd love to see how it would work out.
Yeah,
I think it would work out pretty well.
It would take a really good tactician to make that work.
Because he's pretty much like Jordi Alba. I'm gonna be honest, Jordi Alba defensively ain't the greatest.
But
anymore.
Jordi Alba was faster.
Jordi Alba was faster, but technically he wasn't as good.
No, yeah.
Crossing wise, he was all right. He was mostly at the end of the crossing with Messi.
Yeah.
And what's it called? Finishing wise, he's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. But Marcus Alonso's clear of him.
Marcus Alonso, bring him in as a striker.
Been a winger, I swear.
Yeah, bring him in as a striker, bro.
But yeah, so I have those guys in my left back.
Yeah.
My midfielders, I got De Jong, Kessie, Pedri.
Yep.
Because Kessie's already confirmed. Gavi and Nico.
Mm-hmm.
Pablo Torre might get called up here and there, whatever, but I'm not including him really in my squad. The guy I brought in to kind of be a replacement for Busquets, and it's just to fill in depth, is Mohamed El Neni.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Wow.
I think El Neni...
That's a name I did not expect.
In my opinion, he's really good defensively. Passing-wise is really well. He can move the ball up. I think he's better than Xhaka on the ball.
He did just re-sign a contract at Arsenal.
I know he did, but it's just like you can still get him for probably 15, 20 mil?
I'd say probably closer to 20 probably.
Yeah, 25.
If you swap in Puig,
maybe put in Busquets.
Hey, Sergio, you're going to Arsenal.
Imagine.
No, I would retire. No.
So that's my midfield. I brought in El Neni. I like his playing style. I think he's probably one of the maybe it's between him and Xhaka as the best midfielders, like actual midfielders. I don't count Odegaard as a midfielder. He's more offensive minded. Partey, the thing with Partey is really inconsistent. Obviously, ability-wise, Partey is better because he's really inconsistent.
Yeah, for sure. El Neni, you know what you're getting.
Yeah, El Neni's just solid.
I don't mind that transfer as cover. I don't mind that because you don't have a specific ball winner in that midfield.
No, we don't.
So,
we have the thing is we're gonna be lining up. I'll tell the lineup later.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I brought in El Neni because we kind of need a defensive mid just in case we need to throw someone in.
Yeah.
And the 75th minute, 80th minute to hold the lead. Yeah. And he's good. A lot of Arsenal fans even said they would rather Ramsdale or Gabriel Ben White to look for El Neni in the middle. They trust El Neni more on the ball than Xhaka.
Holy shit!
In the middle, yeah. But I brought him in. I kept Ansu Dembele as Abde because I really like Abde.
Yeah, I do too. I just think Long get him some first.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like the reason why is because our offense is really injured. But Ansu's starting to get a lot of injuries. Dembele, it's a miracle how he's staying up this much. Ferran hasn't been getting injuries, but as Abde will get some minutes here and there, especially in cup games.
For sure.
Ferran Torres is staying there as well too. He's kind of a versatile. He can play on the wing. He can play in the middle as well too.
Yeah.
I kept the Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I really liked it. And my surprise striker who do you think I had?
I thought you were gonna say Di Maria.
Di Maria.
I thought you were gonna say Di Maria to the club.
No, I don't have Di Maria.
Luis Suarez back?
No, he's actually rumored to come back.
I think it'd be a good move.
He would be a good move as the thing is
get the contract. He'd have to be playing for cheap money.
But he probably would honestly. He loves that club
he might.
So much.
He just hated the guys that kicked him out.
Yeah, exactly. Bartomeu and all those guys.
Yeah, he hated those guys. I'm sure him and Javi would be fine.
100%.
They'd have to mend that bridge together. But yeah.
I brought in DCL.
Oh, what the fuck? That's insane.
You know they're asking for 60.
That's insane.
I saw on Transfer Market that it was 40 mil.
They're asking for 60 is the thing.
I think it would still work 60 mil.
You could still probably negotiate them down and stuff. Like
yeah,
probably.
The thing is,
hey,
I forgot
them in a couple things.
I forgot about Depay on my outs,
Yeah.
so I didn't even count him into the transfer as well too.
Hey, the thing is with Everton, like their favorite place to shop is Barcelona. That's where they got Andre Gomez. That's where they got Luka Dean. You know, like they love shop. Oh, freaking Delafeo. They got Yerry Mina. Like they love shopping at your team. So if you swap in, like, hey. Long Lane and Titi.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
they
40
need
mil.
defenders too.
They do because their team's fucking shit.
Garbage. But yeah, I brought in DCL just because of the fact that when I was watching Barca ever since Xavi came in, like at least not like on the left side of the field, but on the right side where Dembele has been playing, he's been whipping in the ball so much. So many crosses. Most of Aubameyang's goals were headers this year. Aubameyang's not the best, but DCL is one of the best.
So you forgot about Jonathan, Alexander Isaac.
Nah, Isak. The thing with Isak is like he's more kind of like a Depay kind of player. He likes to play as that center forward guy. He's really good with his feet. Okay. I want an out and out like number 9, just goal scorer, stay in the box. Dembele will find you, and like the DCL is tall. He can get it that like a head in the ball, everything like that. I think he's a great player.
Makes sense.
But my starting lineup, I went with Ter Stegen in net, Marcos Alonso, Araujo, Koundé, and Azpilicueta in the back line.
Okay.
I went with a flat 3, and the reason why I put flat 3
is because... who was your right wing back?
No, not right wing back. Right back.
Oh, sorry, right back.
Azpilicueta.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, another thing, Aspi can play center back too here.
Because you said
he's gonna like. Well, he's not gonna be bombing up the wing, right? So he's gonna be tucking in. So like.
No, because you said you wanted to play 3 back, and then
he said it's gonna be like a 3 back.
When they're attacking, it's gonna be a 3 back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it could work because we also have really good defensive midfielder kind of players. So I went with a flat 3 because all 3 of them can play like they can play defensive. They're box to box players.
Mine's a flat 3 as well.
Yeah, I have Kessie, De Jong, Pedri.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my starting 3. And then I have Ansu, Ferran Torres or DCL in the middle, and then Ousmane Dembele on the right.
Yeah.
All right.
How much in and how much out?
I spent about now knowing that he's probably 60 mil.
Yeah.
And Depay is probably like 35 mil, so it's 160 or something mil then.
160 mil.
And then I probably kept 20. Around 20, 15, 20, same as Alex.
Yeah, solid. Alright.
So I don't think I said like my chosen starting 11 when I did mine.
No, I don't think so. But you can put the.
Alright, mine. I like yours by the way, actually.
Yeah, the one was nice.
The Marcos Alonso thing. I want to see how it would work. As a neutral on this, like I'm just curious how that would work.
Okay, the thing is with Marcos Alonso, obviously we're not bringing him to win the Champions League.
No,
this squad might be able to win La Liga.
I'm trying to treat it like, you know how Juventus last like 10 years have always just gone into the summer, signed like 1 or 2 like good free agents, like smart moves. Yeah. That's really what I'm trying to do with Barca, and it's got them to Champions League finals and things twice. So that's what I've been trying to do because like I know that the finances are always going to be really really strict at Barca. So I'm like just trying to like that's what I was trying to do is like use that as much as possible as well as like sales. So my 11 would have been Ter Stegen, Azpilicueta, Araujo. I guess De Ligt, but I had Lenormand. But I guess if I'm selling Griezmann, I have the money to get De Ligt. Jordi Alba. And then flat midfield 3 of De Jong, Kessie, and Pedri, with Kessie as the center one, and then De Jong on one side. Pedri I'd put on the right because Azpilicueta is not going to get forward. And then up front, I've got Mane, Aubameyang, and Ansu Fati.
So
Danjuma on the subs?
Danjuma on the subs, yeah.
Ansu on the right?
On the left.
On the left.
Either one. Like you can put Mane or Ansu on either wing, really.
Okay.
Like, they're both good on either wing.
Another player was also rumored to join was Sterling. Wow.
I looked at Sterling. I didn't think it would be worth the money at this point. Like,
that was a while ago though. So.
Especially because he can only play like right wing.
3 Africans up front from you. 3 Africans up in my front 3, by the way.
Who, Ansu Fati?
Yeah. He is.
I know he's originally African. Ansu Mane.
Yeah, Ansu Mane and freaking Aubameyang. And I could also put Torres at striker. It doesn't really matter. I think that I like Torres striker more for the system that Xavi plays, but
yeah, you can play. I put him as like he's a versatile player. You can play anywhere in the front 3.
That's the thing. I was like going for a lot of versatility in mine.
There's a lot of versatile players, Barca. Bro, I remember Messi when he said, "Bro, Sergio Roberto's a one player. He doesn't want to sell ever, just because he can play anywhere on the pitch."
All right, so those are our Barcelona. Sorry, do you want to do the outro?
Yeah, sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that's our Barca rebuild. We've heard all of our teams. I want you guys to comment down below who you think had the best team. Who do you think will succeed the most, like in terms of like who's more realistic and whose team would succeed the most in the league, in the Champions League, all that kind of stuff.
Are there any players that we should have signed?
Are there any hidden gems that we missed?
Should we have sold someone?
And are there any players that are going to be busts in our teams?
Oh yeah, anyone who you think would be flops. But yeah, that's everything for today, and we'll catch you guys next time.
See you, boys.
Later, dogs.
Cheers.
And time for the real one.
I'm
gonna take a
I'm
piss.
excited.
Oh.
I'm excited for this one. I have a good list here. I think I have a very good list here.
Oh, you guys are gonna get absolutely shocked by how bad this goes for you guys. Like, it's gonna be.
I'm very excited about this list that I have. I'm excited. I think one of these players that I have listed here would be one of these managers. Sorry,
If you say Paul Heckingbottom, like, it's just.
Heckingbottom is gonna be. He's at the last pecking order, dude.
Do not put him in your list.
He's already there.
Don't say his name then when you read it.
Okay, the reason I put in there, like, I'm gonna say it in the podcast as well, is just the fact that, like, he's gonna be, like, what's it called? He's gonna be the manager that, like, didn't get the promotion that he wanted. So, the fact that, like, England could see that as an opportunity to, like, bring him in instead of, like, Southgate.
Yeah, but that's, like, a massive step backwards in quality.
I wouldn't say he's gonna be a step up, but, he's a possible, like, option to, bring in for.
I'd rather they brought back, like, Jonathan Woodgate. I'd rather they get Phil Neville.
Phil Neville actually is good.
Gary Neville.
I'd rather they get Gary Neville than the guy than Paul Heckingbottom.
Yeah, Gary! Well, have you guys seen the thing around Michael Owen? That's hilarious.
Oh, that he's upset about his daughter?
Yeah, that's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think as a father, you're not, like, hyped about that.
Yeah, as a father, it
She,
sucks.
like on a daily basis, she's being hounded by a guy that's 10 years older than her on TV with his freaking tarps off. Like, this guy, like, it's, I don't know, man. I don't think as a dad you're thrilled about it.
Yeah. But also, apparently, she sucked toes, and like Michael Owen's like giving up on life at that point.
Oh, what? Okay, I didn't know that, man.
So how should we start? Who's in the intro?
Do you guys want to do
One
an
of you
intro?
guys. 'Cause
You
guys-
can't intro?
No, I'm worried to overthinking this. I overthink this way too much.
Okay,
You
if
guys
you want,
intro.
I mean, I can.
Alright, intro it.
Let me know when you guys are ready.
Alright.
I'm ready.
I'll count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And we're back to another Mad Lads podcast. I got my boy, the guy who thinks Southgate should stay in, the bum. I got Mobin, my teammate for the day, unfortunately, and myself, Dora Masumi. And today we're going to be talking about Gareth Southgate. And is he the man to take England to a title? Is he going to waste our golden generation? The real golden generation, in my opinion. The last one was pretty good, but I think this one's loaded.
I just want to give a heads up that me and Doran are Persians, but we're big England fans. That's why we're saying us. So don't think that.
I lived in England for a year.
Yeah,
and
I
love
haven't.
it.
I accumulated like total of 1 year in England, but we're just saying us because we're big England fans. Don't want anyone to think that we're like acting British or anything.
But
I
yeah,
am actually English. I'll bring out the passport.
yeah, he's actually
Yeah.
English.
I am
He's actually yeah.
Straight from the tune.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and we're going to be talking about, is Southgate the man for the job? Should he get sacked? Should he not be sacked?
Okay, where do you guys want to start?
First of all, I'm going to say this, okay?
Yep.
Southgate, and at least like what we've been alive for and what we've seen, has been our best manager so far.
By
Yeah,
far.
He's
definitely.
been our best manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, by
Obviously,
far.
like in terms of like quality, like Capello was like more like quality wise, like in terms of like
He's gotten
status
the
and
most
everything.
out of these teams.
Yeah,
He's
but
gotten the
Southgate
most out of these
has
teams.
done the best. Like
Yeah.
under this England team, we've never been so United, competitive, and even united, bro. Back then, like players
The
had
teams
beef.
were like those players were dicks.
Yeah, they
They
hated
were all
each other.
dicks. That golden generation, like legit, you could hear like when any player from like Spurs or like West Ham got called up, they're like, yeah, like when we even between meals, like we go sit down, like because they're having team meals together. Like, yeah, the fucking Chelsea table, the United table, the Arsenal table, and the Liverpool table. That's it. Like everyone else, if you choose which one you sit at, and the other one's gonna like, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's a bit like when who was when Alexandre Pato signed for AC Milan. He sits down in the locker room,
Yeah.
and Ronaldo comes up to him, hands him like a porno mag. He's like, "Hey, you can either come hang out with me and the boys, or you can go hang out with Kaká and Jesus."
Yeah.
It's a bit divided like that, and not even in a fun way. Like, you guys were just shit guys to each other. Like,
Yeah, no, but this is like the most united we've seen the England team.
yeah,
And he's done a good job, to be fair to him, statistically.
yeah.
But it's just, to me, I don't think he's the guy to bring us the title. To bring us the World Cup, a Euros,
Same.
even a Nations League. As much of a joke as it is, it's still a trophy at the end of the day. I don't think he's the guy to get that job done for us.
Yeah.
And Movin agrees with me. Alex does not agree with us.
I don't agree. I think that I agree that he's been great. I just don't agree that it's time to move on from him right now.
Okay.
I said last summer that I think that after the Euro, I think just stylistically, it would have been a good time to like just part ways with Gareth Southgate. You know, like, thanks for everything you've done, but like, we're gonna just go a different way. Because when Gareth Southgate came in 2016, the England team was in a bit of a state. Like, they just crashed out the Euros against Iceland. They had brought in Sam Allardyce, who plays, like, I mean, we love to call it Brexit football.
Yeah.
Southgate was a bit of a breath of fresh air. He was a young voice. He was a different like aspect to the team. He's brought in a good bit of unity, so he's really righted the ship. And I think that then would have been a good time to change. And I think that part of the reason for that was that the replacement would have been Eddie Howe, who I think a lot of people were not sold about because of what happened with Bournemouth at the end there. But he's shown at Newcastle that he's actually a top quality manager. So I think that would have been the time to do it. I think that we are currently just like 6 months out from a World Cup. And I just don't think it's time to just jump ship right now, because I think that a new coach coming in is not going to have the time to change it up. Like, he's done well enough to have earned this. He's gotten a lot of the boys at the tournament. So where should we start?
I think we should start from like how he started his career for England, and then like go all the way to like present time. So like the first.
Could I go back a bit further than that? If that'd be
sure.
okay. So could we go back to the 2014 World Cup?
Okay.
Because that's the last tournament that there are current players in the England squad that were at. So there's still players in the England.
No, yours is 2016.
No, 2014 was before.
No, but like he said last tournament though.
Whereas there's current players.
Yeah, like the
players.
furthest away
Okay,
one that there's still current players.
Okay,
like, unless
okay.
England could still call up Theo Walcott, but they're
Yeah.
not. So like Raheem Sterling was in that team, Jordan Henderson was in that team. Like, in that team, there were still those players, and that team, admittedly, managerial mistakes from Roy Hodgson. Shouldn't have brought Gerrard because he was past it.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have started him. He should have played the front three of Danny Welbeck with Studge and Sterling on the wing, because Sterling and Studge were in such hot form. Rooney probably at cam.
Yeah, probably.
And then in the midfield, I don't know, figure it out. John Terry was his legs were gone clearly as well.
Yeah.
That team wasn't really the strongest.
Wasn't very strong, but in the group that they were in with Uruguay, whose defense was horrendous, because this was before the emergence of Jimenez. This was before the emergence of Caceres, even, really, as like a top like kind of player.
It was just Godin.
Yeah.
And then that Italian team also underperformed a bit at that tournament. But to be fair, they were a pretty solid team.
The dark horses.
The one point that England got at this tournament was when they drew against Costa Rica.
The dark horses.
The dark horses. Joel Campbell couldn't get a minute for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Embarrassed the nation.
Brian Ruiz, man, that player was something else in that tournament.
And Keylor Navas. Like, don't get me wrong, they have a couple names here that like they became household names if they weren't already.
Yeah.
That team underperformed, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
That was horrendous. Then we go ahead, 2 years later, 2016, we were at the Euros. England squeaks through their group with Russia, Slovakia, and Wales, thanks to a last-minute Daniel Sturridge game winner.
Yeah.
Which Studge shouldn't have even been on that team because of how much injury he had been dealing with that season.
Mm-hmm.
And then they crash out in the round of 16 in a dickless fucking performance against Iceland.
Yeah.
Where it was pathetic. Like, not only did losing, the result, whatever, that's awful. They played horribly.
They were terrible.
They weren't even respectful of their opposition. They went into that game thinking that they deserved to win. And that team had deserved to win nothing.
Yeah.
So after that tournament, Rodgson sacked. And in comes Big Sam Allardyce, right? Listen,
Big Sam.
I love Big Sam, alright? He's done things for the game that are hilarious. Like, he had a great record keeping teams up in the Prem.
Yeah.
that's never going to be matched. Like, there's never be another coach that comes in and does that, where he's just the savior of the clubs at that many times. Especially some of the clubs that he saved. Sunderland should have been relegated like 2 years prior to when they did, but Big Sam saved him twice. And then because of what happened with Big Sam behind the scenes with his issues with the FA, like how he was talking to agents on how to avoid certain import fees, he has to get sacked. So then they appoint Southgate as interim because it was in the middle of an international break.
Yeah.
I don't know if people remember this. So Big Sam did one match against freaking Liechtenstein, which we won 1-0.
Yeah. And
then they have to appoint Southgate. Who
Undefeated.
Huh?
Undefeated Big Sam, just like how Carrick did it.
Yeah. Yeah. So then in comes Gareth Southgate. And he starts phasing out the older players. He lets Rooney get to the Charlton record. Mm-hmm. But then he starts phasing him out as well.
Yeah.
And he starts implementing the younger players. Because Southgate had worked a lot with the younger players. He was the under-20s boss.
Yeah.
So he starts integrating this young group, which he had pretty much worked with since a lot of them were 18.
Yeah,
A lot of these players he's worked with since they were like 18, 19, 20 years old.
He's worked with most of the players that we have now.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's where I think the beginning is, if you want to take it from there.
Okay. So I was just going to go to like the first competition they had at the World Cup, which was 2018.
2018 World Cup.
So I'm not going to judge the team based on like the games they had against Belgium because both of those games were like, just throwaway games because no one gives a shit at that point. The first game was in the group stages, which they already qualified. Both teams had 6 points, and then 0 points for the other teams, which was Tunisia and Panama. And then the second time they faced Belgium was in the third place stage, which I think really it should have been swapped. But that's a different case. I think England-Belgium should have been the final, and then France-Croatia third place match.
Well, they lost the games, and that's how that works.
Anyways, let's talk about like how they went to that semifinals. So they faced Panama, Tunisia, the first 2 games.
Thrashed them.
Easiest game of their life, so there's nothing to prove there.
Thrashed them.
And then the next game was Colombia.
Yeah, Colombia.
The first time English team, for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, James, he goes off. Yerry Mina was in sick form.
Yeah.
They had Muriel was great. Zapata was great. Like that was a pretty decent Colombia team.
First time England went through the penalties for a long, long time.
Who's their keeper?
Ospina,
yeah.
Ooh, that was actually a good team.
It was a decent.
It was a good team, but
that's a good round of 16 team.
But realistically, English should have comfortably beat them.
No, not comfortably. I think they should have beat them, but at the end, they should have not went to penalties to beat them. That's what I think.
In terms of comfortably, I mean by 90th minute we should have won the game.
I think it should have been like a 2-1, something like that.
It's a team that 4 years prior made it to the quarterfinals of the World Cup, and England beat them in the round of 16. So it's still like not bad. Like they didn't. Who's in Colombia's group in the World Cup? Like they were in a tough. They were in with Mexico. No, they weren't with Mexico. Germany was with Mexico.
Let's see.
Who's Colombia with? Because it wasn't like a bad Colombia team. I agree. Going to pens with Colombia, like that was not like ideal, I'd say. But it wasn't like a bad game on England's behalf. Like wasn't it 1-1? What's penalties?
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 went to penalties.
Yeah, 4-3 win in penalties.
Yeah, 4-3 win on penalties.
What the hell is Colombia? Not Group G. Group H. So they had Japan second, Senegal third, Poland fourth.
That's a
and
bit
they topped it.
They topped it?
They topped that group.
Okay, exactly. Like England's playing like one of the teams that topped their group. Like it could have been a way harder team because of what happened with Belgium. Like we could have faced someone harder, but fortunately it was Colombia, and you got through that. Like
they had a decent team, but I think
game that was won.
Yeah, it was won at the end. Like that was a good team, but personally, I think they should have been not went to the thing. Anyways, 2-0 win against Sweden. Sweden wasn't.
They just controlled that game.
Yeah. Sweden wasn't hot shit during that time.
They couldn't get the ball. Like England just outpossessed them. Like it was simple as that. That's like a quintessential like Gareth Southgate game where they just possessed the ball, scored a couple goals, and just tied it defensively.
And then came Croatia, which they lost at extra time. Yeah. I think that game definitely should have been won. I think they should have won the whole thing potentially.
I don't think England should have won the whole thing. I think France deserved that World
France
Cup.
definitely deserved that.
I think it should have been England-France in the finals. I think we should have.
I think it was England-Belgium.
No,
I genuinely thought it was an England-Belgium thing. I think
the reason why I say France is because back then they actually had a really, really good defense. with Umtiti in form.
Yeah.
Lloris was still like up there. Varane like doesn't have to focus on being
the fact
main
that they had Pavard and Hernandez playing fullback means that just the whole midfield could have gone and done whatever, and it was covered.
Pogba, Kante, Matuidi, Dembele, whoever it was.
But you have to look at that Belgium team though. That Belgium team was shredding.
They weren't even close in the game that they played each other. It wasn't even like close. Like France handled that game.
Yeah, France handled them, bro. It was just
that wasn't even like.
It was just defensively. Belgium were just really good.
I mean, they had Alderweireld, Vertonghen, and company. Like those are three. Like not only are those three good players, those are three players that should be captains.
Yeah, they're playing a back five too.
Yeah,
but anyways.
But England. I mean, Kane should have squared it to Sterling, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Kyle Walker shouldn't have fallen asleep. You know when.
I don't give too much like stick to Southgate for the 2018 World Cup because it was his first actual major tournament.
Yeah, and he did pretty well.
He got to the semifinal.
But the point was that like he didn't have way too much challenge, in that tournament. Like it was pretty easy for him to like get to that position and get to the finals.
But I'd still
which
give
he
it
failed
to him.
to do
I
so.
give it to him just because the fact it's his first tournament. He's getting to know the players, everything. He's getting his style in. And they went to the semifinals, which is not bad.
Extra time in the semifinals.
Yeah, they should have beat Croatia, but But at the end of the day, I'm not.
It wasn't him that cost.
It wasn't him. And Loki, I'm not gonna lie. Perisic's second goal.
Yeah,
I think it was Loki a high foot. If you look at it again, but like it's like whatever.
You just gotta move on.
Yeah, for like 4 years.
But anyways, next tournament is the Nations League.
Yep.
In that group he had Spain and Croatia.
First iteration of the Nations League, 2019. Yeah. Spain and Croatia, England topped the group and finished third in the competition.
Yeah.
But
I don't really count that. The one where I had the problem was with the Euros and how he's playing right now. That's where I have the problem with Southgate.
Okay, so let's go to the Euro.
Let's just straight go to the Euro. So Euro. England kind of
the match against Scotland. I wanted him sacked.
Yeah.
I wanted because he just played terrible football and England looked like they weren't even
it made no sense why he played that defensive against Scotland.
No, I mean that's the one criticism with him that I'll have is like when we're playing against these smaller teams, he doesn't go out and attack. He just doesn't do that for no reason. I don't understand that.
The thing I could say about Southgate is that I could see a lot of Ole Gunnar in him,
Yeah, it's kind of like Ole. He's really good with the players, all of that.
Yeah, but then when it comes to tactically he sits down.
Horrendous.
Not garbage.
Not horrendous.
No, he's not horrendous. He just has terrible decision making. That's his issue.
Garbage tactically, bro.
No. Tactically he's good.
Tactics.
No. I disagree with that. I think tactically Southgate is disrespected a lot of time because of how he
I think he's fine.
He's good. He's good tactically.
I wouldn't say he's good. I'd say he's fine.
In-game tactics, he's garbage. Before the game,
he doesn't the changes he makes in games
never
really.
It's very
change.
questionable.
He knows how to line up for a game. Yeah. It's just in game, he's terrible.
Just weird.
The thing is that we all praise Southgate's oh my god, Southgate's a genius for doing that. We always said that. That's why. No. A lot of people I've seen sometimes we even said off camera.
What is this we?
We said sometimes Southgate.
I've never said he's a genius. I've said he's been a fine coach. He's been all right. He sets up the team fine. The players like him.
During the hype we said it was a genius.
What hype?
Man. The hype of
the only time I gave him credit was against Germany.
Yeah, Germany should have been an easy win.
It should have been an easy win, but I gave him credit because he lined up with the back five. He matched them.
Yeah, he did. He handled that too. That was a good,
he handled it well.
Game.
There was some chances Germany here and there should have scored.
You're playing Germany. It's going to be chances.
The thing is also, it was a Joachim Low Germany. It wasn't a Heinz.
Germany as a team is always greater than the sum of their parts. They always outperform how good they are. They've never had a bad team.
But the past the past two tournaments, actual tournaments, World Cup and Euros, they haven't been the Germany that we used to see.
No, of course not. But I mean, they've had. He should have brought Sané to the World Cup and to the Euro. You should have played that player a lot more.
But the thing is with me with Southgate, he's never had every real challenge that he's had. He's flopped.
Yeah, So to the Euro.
Euros. He had Croatia, he had Czech Republic, and he had Scotland in that team. He beats Croatia 1-0.
Yep.
He beats Czech Republic 1-0.
Yep.
He tied
Scotland. So you're seeing yourself as okay, England definitely played better than the opposition.
Yeah.
But why did England only score 2 in those whole games? I feel
honestly,
England should have scored at least 5 in total.
They didn't play that much better than the other team.
Not really, no.
I think for the Croatia and the Czech Republic they did.
At times they did. No, so at times when they brought on like Grealish, because Foden was terrible at the Euro.
Yeah.
Foden was terrible at the Euro. When they brought on Grealish, like the game actually started coming a bit better to them because he went at the teams instead of just passing it around the edges.
That's how it should be. He's telling, I'm sorry, like he's telling Kane you can do whatever you want. Kane should not be dropping back, bro. This is Tottenham that he's at.
No.
Just stay in the middle, stay up front, bro. Just don't come back, bro.
Yeah.
And then they went to beat Germany 2-0, which I personally think Germany should have been out in the group stages. I'm surprised how.
Well, you plugged for Hungary pretty hard that whole time. So
bro,
no, I don't.
If Portugal,
it's not about
if Portugal wasn't dipshits, they could have fucking done it. They could have fucking done it. Fuck Portugal. Fuck you, Santos. You piece of shit. You can't even manage a proper team. Fuck you.
Yeah, so we're gonna cut that because there's no fucking way we're leaving that in.
I don't care.
No, I do. That looks you can't fucking just snap off as soon as I say
No. Fuck Santos. I had to say that.
I don't care.
We cut it. I don't care. We can cut that off. But like I had to say it.
No.
I had to say it. I had to say it.
You can't do that.
I had to say it. I definitely can.
No, you can't. You can't
Why
go
not?
off like that. Like,
Why not?
Say like he's a bum and all that stuff.
No.
He's
I'm
so pissed about that.
Earlier. You can't do that.
No, why not?
No, you
definitely can.
No, you can't do that.
Why not?
It looks fucking bad, man.
No, I've seen people go off, man.
Anyways, Germany went through.
England went through over
And
Germany.
then
Another, like a bit like the Sweden game, just a typical outpossessed them, matched them like in formation, and just played them. Like that's the typical Southgate game.
And then we had the Ukraine game, and then we had the Denmark game, which went to extra time. And Denmark was actually overachieving at that time.
Was a good team though.
No, they were good, but they were overachieving.
People were saying like Denmark deserved to win, bro. We smoked Denmark.
Yeah,
bro.
That was like a hint. Like
their players couldn't even run after 100 minutes, bro. We went to extra time. It wasn't a penalty in my opinion.
No, but like that game was.
We should have won
like
3-4-0, bro. I'm sorry.
But honestly, Denmark overachieved because they had like an easy route to the semifinals.
They had an easy route. They lost Eriksson, which is a tough thing, but like also at the same time, like they had a pretty soft group and they had a pretty good run to the semifinals. Don't get me wrong, they were good value for what they did. Yeah. Like like everyone has to stop counting Denmark because it's a small country as like an underdog because they're just not there. Like it's a bit like Croatia. Like Croatia. They're a small country, a lot of good players.
No, Croatia's midfield was the best at the World Cup.
Yeah, same thing with like Denmark. Like I mean, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is a phenomenal midfielder.
Yeah, and it's Schmeichel, bro. Schmeichel's a great keeper.
Schmeichel's a great goalkeeper. So I mean, like
and
Denmark.
They also had who was their winger? Noseguard. Damsgaard, yeah. Damsgaard had a very good season.
I don't know why he hasn't. Sampdoria screwed him over.
Kasper Dolberg too.
Kasper Dolberg had a good tournament as well.
Kasper Dolberg was a mediocre.
Mila, Joachim Mila.
Yeah, Mila got injured.
Christensen had a good tournament too.
Yeah. Christensen's a good player. Sherrod also had a good tournament. Yeah.
But anyways, and then it came to the finals against Italy, which
England was one shirt pull away from winning it.
I don't think it was that reason that we lost. I think it's just the fact that like Southgate went
too defensive.
Yeah, but too defensive
after they scored. It's like second minute. What are you doing?
If you actually looked at the game, like bro, the first 20 minutes before we scored, I think it was 12th minute we scored.
Second minute we scored.
Second minute we scored, bro. Even then, we were just dominating,
flinging the ball around. It looked sick.
Destroying
it, flying it at the back post.
Yeah, we should have kept playing like that because now we know that Italy's. They need to attack.
They should have attacked. It blood in the water. You got to attack it.
Yeah.
It should have been like that. England played too defensive. They let Italy play into the game, so that by halftime it looked like Italy was going to score. Italy scored early in the second half, or like midway in the second half. Like it wasn't like late.
Yeah, I think it was the 61st minute, something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't like late in the game.
It just pissed me off how he went attacking wise in the last 10 minutes of extra time.
And like. Even in the Saka thing where he was getting around Chiellini, I think that probably would have ended in a goal because like that would have ended in a goal. Would have been Saka and another forward in behind the Italian defense. It would have been 3-on-1, bro. Yeah. Like it would have been, and I mean like that should have been a sending off because of that.
Definitely.
But is what it is. I don't want to like go back on that. Like it tactically, the mistake was not attacking once they were up 1-0.
And also, I think another decision.
The
substitutions made no sense. I legit told you at that time that Henderson's coming off again.
Yeah.
He came in and then you're
Henderson
like,
shouldn't take penalties though.
but still, like it
Henderson-
made
But I
no.
would still trust Henderson over Saka.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong on that. But I do not think that you should be having Jordan Henderson can't take penalties.
No, he can't. But still, at the end of the day, in my opinion, it should have been Kane.
Yep.
Maguire
Sterling.
that slapped it. Maguire slapped it.
Maguire did
Dyer was on.
Dyer. No, I don't think Dyer was
No,
there.
wasn't he? No, he wasn't. No, of course
No,
not.
what's
Sorry.
his name? Grealish.
Grealish should have done
taken
it.
a pen.
No, Grealish doesn't do pens either.
No,
No,
but I
he
still
could've- he
think
could've taken it
I
over.
would've
the thing
flip
is
off.
that who you willing to
Yeah.
take over players, because like people need to realize that you need to like warm up players before they take
Yeah.
pens.
Yeah.
And after the Southgate one, and after like Mark Noble missed his chance against United,
Yeah.
I think that really like proved to everyone like okay,
I think a lot of people just disregarded like how important that was. Like,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
The thing is his penalty choices were terrible.
it was
Yeah.
absolutely wrong.
And the thing is, the substitution, he should have made that 10-15 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
When we were actually playing offensively. We could have
Absolutely.
actually probably scored 2 goals, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, that's just when I had the final straw with fucking Southgate.
And
Man.
at the time, I was with you. I think that there was a ready-made replacement. Eddie Howe was a free agent at the time. He was trying to get back into management. I thought that Eddie Howe is an attack-minded coach. Bring him in. He plays a 4-2-3-1, which I think is what's best for England because there's a lot of good DMs. There's a lot of good wingers. There's good fullbacks, center backs. I mean, it works.
Cams, bro.
Cams. I mean,
galore.
you've only got one cam, but you got so many options.
Oh, we got so many cams.
And then you got Kane up top, striker, perfect. I thought that would have fit perfect, but as soon as he got snapped up by Newcastle, I really don't see
Him moving.
like where we could go to improve the management situation for England right now before the World Cup.
But
Now
before
we'll
that,
move on to the Nations League, which
Nation
we're playing
Leagues.
right
Yeah.
now. We're
there's
bottom of
two
the
nation
group.
leagues this nation leagues and the previous one,
We're
which
just
we
going to
had.
talk about this one because Dorn doesn't want to talk about the last one because it's...
Last one you don't care because last one we ended up third in the
I
group
don't
of
really care
Belgium,
about either of them, to be
Denmark,
honest.
England, and Iceland.
Yeah, no, but I don't really care about like the first one really that
This
much.
is the second one. Right now is the third one.
This is the third one that we played with
Yeah.
Southgate.
This is the third Nations League with Southgate.
See, this is what I'm saying. The tournament doesn't matter.
No, but still, at the end of the day, like it's still a tournament that's getting like
I don't-
more and more like
Yeah, or
popularity about it. Like
Exactly.
I don't care about the players. Don't care about it. Kevin
players
De Bruyne
do
is
care.
The players
no,
don't-
They
no, no, no.
They've been
The
open
issue-
about,
no.
Sorry, they're not about the tournament. That's not. Sorry, I wasn't saying they don't care about the tournament. Playing it right now
yeah,
is
Yeah.
fucking terrible.
yeah, no,
to
it's
do.
stupid
absolutely.
to play right now.
And that's why
especially
they-
with the
that's what I
season
mean when they
coming and
don't
World Cup
care.
coming
it's
as
just
well.
a UEFA and FIFA money grab for them.
No,
They don't
I
care
know.
about the players' well-being.
And the players don't want to be here. Like I said it in the group chat. All of the England players want to be out in Spain on a beach in a fucking nightclub, getting fucking bottle service, getting the
Yeah,
girls
yeah.
around them, and all that. That's what they want to be doing right now.
But it also doesn't
And that's-
excuse them for not performing well, you know?
I-
'Cause, like, a
honestly,
lot
I
of
don't-
other
it doesn't-
teams are
I
performing
think
pretty
it's
well.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care that England's like that's for me. Like I don't care that England's played like shit. Like it sucks that they lost to Hungary,
It's
biggest loss
just the
they've had
way
in 40
that
years.
they're
or whatever.
playing. It's like elite. Like okay, the players like
I wouldn't
whatever,
put too much stock in it.
They
Like,
don't
I
want to
would-
be there, but it's just like this is still the same Southgate playing style that we've been playing.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
put too much stock in it. Like I don't think it's overly like important how
Okay,
they're
but it's
doing
not
it
even
right
just
now.
that. It's just even how we were playing in the Euros in 20,
Yeah.
20 what was it, 2020 Euros or 2021
Yeah, it's
Euros?
called the 2020 Euros,
Yeah.
but we got to the final of that.
We did, but look at who we played in the competition.
Okay,
to
Yeah,
get
but
there.
that's the Euros though. Like look at who Italy
It's like-
played. Like that's the Euros.
Italy played better teams, bro.
Yeah,
They
I
played
know they
Belgium.
Yeah,
was-
they played a lot better games, but at the end, like Italy at the end, they very what's it called, declined in form. Like at the group stages, they were amazing,
Yeah.
and then during the end, they were somehow I don't know if it was fatigue or for what reason they were playing
They lost
much
both
worse.
of their fullbacks.
Oh, yeah.
who were really key to how they played in
Yeah.
the first group stage games.
And
But-
their offense was lacking too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Mancini
anyways,
subbed them both up, all three of them. He changed all three of them up. He's like,
yeah,
Bellotti
and
go
then
in.
Chiesa came in.
Chiesa go in.
But anyways, the fact is England didn't take advantage of that situation because Southgate's tactics of going too defensive way too early.
That's what I'm saying. His in-game tactics are garbage, man.
And also,
Yeah.
you have to think about his upside. Like, how much more upside does Southgate has? Like, what position does he have to end up in the World Cup with this team for it to be he stays or he shouldn't deserve to be sacked?
Okay, but if you look at managers that do like international management, like there's only two that are like actually top class managers. And that's Mancini and that's Hansi Flick.
No.
Yeah, who else?
Luis Enrique.
Okay, Luis Enrique.
Are we gonna count Martinez as well?
No, because he's terrible.
Okay.
No, Martinez is terrible. I wouldn't even put what's his name, Mancini, in there, man.
I'd put him in there because he's had like good experience. Like he's all right.
I just say
Okay,
Hansi
so
Flick and then
What
So
about
he's gonna say those
what
are-
about Tite? What about?
Chiche's not that good.
Okay, I'm just naming
He's okay.
managers
He's
here
not
right
that.
now.
He's not that good.
It's only Hansi Flick and what's his name?
Hansi
Enrique.
Flick, Mancini, and then Hansi Flick and Luis Enrique, and then maybe Mancini.
Maybe. It's just like they've been struggling to get into World
Maybe.
Cups. They couldn't even get into
What about
the
Deschamps?
World Cup.
Deschamps.
I don't think he's a great
No,
manager.
Deschamps is
I think he's
garbage.
fine. He did a good job at the 2018 World Cup because
He didn't even do a good job.
he let
2018
that team play because he let that team play
2018 is the same thing as Carlo Ancelotti
because he let
this
that
year
team
for
play
Real Madrid.
because he let that team play, and
Yeah.
sometimes that's what you need.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, it fell apart at Euro 2020. That's
Yeah.
pretty open. Like a lot of has been said about that. A lot of behind the scenes issues. He also made the mistake of reintegrating Benzema.
I don't think
Which
that
they
was a
just did.
mistake. He
That was
just
a huge
doesn't know
mistake.
how to use that.
They don't need. Well, he just
gentleman.
didn't need to bring him back in. There was just no need. Like I mean, like he's still like the issue with Valbuena still happened.
Yeah.
The squad didn't need him because they had just won the World Cup. He just pushed someone out the starting 11.
I think it
Giroud.
was Olivier Giroud that got kicked out.
Giroud got
That's
kicked
the only
out,
difference.
and,
I think that was a needed upgrade, but he didn't let them play the same tactic.
Downgraded because
But-
the team did worse.
Anyways, this is not about
So,
France. Yeah.
So
It's not even just that, to be honest with you. France's defense has just gone
there's
downhill.
only 3 like really top class managers in international football.
Yeah.
So like yeah, you know what? It would be nice to have one, but there's really not like a viable option for that for England.
Right now, man, Graham Potter, bro, I'm telling
That's
you.
the thing. Like I
Okay.
don't think. Okay, should we get into this now?
Yeah.
The
you-
thing is,
you
the
get into-
further as it gets closer to the World Cup, I
Yeah.
don't want to switch managers.
Yeah, like
Because
so you're
it's
saying
not smart.
do it today,
Yeah.
right?
I wanted it to be done before the
Okay.
Nations League.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no time like the
Yeah,
present.
done today. Right
Southgate
now,
sack. Who's in?
I want Graham Potter to come in.
Can't do that. He's Coach Brighton. He doesn't. Like
Okay.
nobody's quitting these top flight jobs.
Man,
to
you
take
never, bro. I'm telling you, if you, have
You
Graham
never
Potter,
know
You
you're
can
with
out.
keep
this type
saying,
of
"Oh, you
stuff.
never know." You can keep saying that it doesn't.
But like, if you look at Brighton, it's definitely like an upgrade going to the England team, and
Yeah,
then from the England
he's
team.
never shown any aptitude for going to do international management. Like he's always been with club teams. Like he's like I'm sure when he was out coaching Östersunds, like freaking Sweden, the Ashland end of Sweden, that the England setup would have been like, oh hey, yeah, by the way, there's a vacancy at the under 20s level. You want to take that? I guarantee you, he's just shown no interest in that. He wants to do club football. He sees 2 precarious management positions at the Big 6, which are Arsenal right now and Tottenham. Because
Arsenal, I don't know really, but Tottenham, yeah. I said
Conte
Tottenham.
quits on teams at the end of season.
Yeah, Tottenham, I agree with Tottenham, but Arsenal, I think Arteta's staying.
Yeah.
I think
really
that
well.
Eddie Howe's focused on this. I'm not saying that Graham Potter wouldn't be a good choice because I'm sure he'd come in and be amazing, but I just don't see it as a really. I don't think that it's really realistic to expect like Graham Potter to quit that.
The
Okay.
thing is, like, a lot of people even want him right now, man. Like, they did a
I
poll.
know.
That every England fan is just like, we want Graham Potter to come
It'd be
in
great.
now.
It'd be great, but it just doesn't seem like a really realistic thing to happen.
It can happen, though. That's the thing. If
It
you
can.
give him the option today, come and coach
Yeah.
the England team.
I think he says no.
I think he
says
would
yeah.
say. I think there's a good chance of him saying
I
yes.
think he
but
would say no.
there's
I think he would
other
say, yeah.
options that
Yeah.
we could talk about.
Other
Like who you have
options.
as a second option.
Man, the only other person I could like realistically think about, like, there's other options
Yeah.
that you can
Okay, but
call
like,
up
who-
Jose Mourinho.
Who
Jose
do you,
Well,
Mourinho.
he's
no, no,
turning
who do
down-
you have on
he's
your
turning
list?
down
Though?
PSG.
He's definitely turning down. Like he's staying at Roma.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
no
He's
way.
gonna
turning down
stay.
PSG.
He's gonna
He
But like,
hates
who do
the
you
English
have on
media.
your list that
Sean
you think?
Dyche is like one guy that you can
Sean-
call in, but I think he plays terrible.
It's
Yeah.
the same thing as bringing in
Wait, so-
like Big Sam. Like you're going
Yeah,
back
I
and
know
getting.
exactly. There's
So
no
you're-
point. There's
So that's what I'm saying.
There's no other
Okay,
option.
I have-
There's one
I have-
clear
I
option
have few.
that's so much better than
I have
Southgate.
few.
But
right
it,
now.
he
I have
really-
few. I have a few options
All
that
right,
we can
let's hear the
discuss.
options.
Honestly, personally, I want to go with the second best option that I have here is Carlos Queiroz.
Which
I think Carlos Queiroz would be really good. He plays
think
his
he'd be
preferred
bad.
formation is a 4-3-3 attacking. We saw him how he does well defensively with Iran and Egypt. And then in Iran, the issue was that he didn't have a lot of great offensive players. That's why he was playing almost a park the bus type of tactic.
Yeah.
When he came to Egypt, he played a much better attacking game because
Not even, man.
he had
still played
Salah.
defensive, man.
Yeah, but he had Salah. He had like other. I forgot who.
No, Salah
else they
doesn't
had,
do
but, like,
well for Egypt.
No, he just.
He
terribly.
did very well for Egypt. He did very well for Egypt at the AFCON.
He wasn't the coach of them for the AFCON.
He was.
He
He
was.
was.
Queiroz was
this
coaching.
year? I thought
Yeah.
wasn't he at the World Cup?
No,
No, he was with Colombia.
He was at Colombia, and then he dropped,
He's
and then
not a good coach. At
No,
this point.
No, I'm telling you.
I
he's
think
okay. Another thing is
Carlos
he's
Queiroz
70.
would do well.
He's 70.
I don't
Also,
know.
if he comes
He's
to what's it
65,
called?
something like
He's
that.
70.
66.
Also, even if he comes
I looked
to
at it
England,
today.
Is it
He's
70?
70.
Okay.
even if he
He's
comes to
70.
England, he's gonna play that defensive style like Southgate,
Yeah.
man. We don't need that. We
Okay.
need
We don't need that.
Okay,
fluid
Okay.
football, man. This,
Yeah.
this
No
is
problem.
the best team,
Alright.
no
England team
problem.
we've had in
I was
so
gonna
long.
suggest Bielsa, but I think you would think he's also way too defensive.
He's
and
not a defensive
I
coach at
don't
all.
like Bielsa's like man marking tactics and all that
Okay.
shit.
No,
defensively.
listen.
I don't
England
know.
would win games under Bielsa, but they'd be like 5-3.
Yeah.
Like it would be a complete like the shift from and there's just not enough time to implement the Bielsa system on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
England team.
Yeah.
I think long term, if we wanted to do it, I think it'd be interesting. He's coached teams like Uruguay and Argentina nationally. He'd be a really interesting person to bring in for it. I don't think we'd have the time before the next World
No.
Cup to implement it.
Okay.
And then on top of that, it'd be such a huge swing for how because the other thing is like the mentality of the players, like getting scored on 3 times in a game, but also scoring 5, like that's fucking wild. Like go from like the 1-0, 2-0 wins that Southgate's done for years. But yeah.
So another route that I went is to look at the teams that performed in the championship because now I suggested Potter. We all suggested Potter.
Yep.
I suggested Queiroz, which has a lot of great international experience, and I think that he could do a lot well with this, like English talent. Bielsa, Noble, I think you have a great point that he needs time to implement it, and it will need to happen after the World Cup, if anything. And then I'm looking at the championship, and I'm seeing, okay, we can go either a few ways. Either a team that got relegated and definitely sees no upside in the team that they got relegated with.
Yeah.
A team that, didn't get the chance to promote, but they were in a good chance of promoting. Or a team that got promoted, and before they have a chance to do anything with that team, snatch that manager up and make it their own. So the first manager I want to name, which is the most realistic in my opinion of these 3 managers, and I think is the best, is Wayne Rooney. I think Wayne Rooney with his 4-2-3-1 would be almost the perfect formation that England would play, because if we're gonna utilize that team that Southgate used.
Yeah.
Phillips and Rice next to each other. We're gonna have a Cam. We're gonna have our wingers and Kane on striker, and we're gonna have the good team set up with Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
And also with Derby, he did amazing. No one gives him the respects he deserves because he got relegated.
So I have him on my list here, right?
Yeah.
So I have him as he's a bit of an outside shout. He's a free agent now because he's leaving Derby.
Yeah.
He fought hard against the odds, with Derby.
Yeah.
He did really well there, keeping
Very
their heads
close.
up and everything. It was a really, really impressive thing that he did there. And you're
Yeah.
right, he doesn't get a lot of credit for that because he fell short in the end, but he did a very, very good job with that. One of the big issues is he's never managed a top flight club, never managed a big club. But he's
But
never.
what about
been,
Southgate?
Yeah, but Southgate had worked with these players as they were coming through the youth system.
But Rooney has played with these players.
Yeah, and that's sort of a plus and a minus because that's going back to the older generation, that golden generation where they were at each other's throats all the time. He was a part of that.
I think
he was.
Rooney. No. I'm saying I don't think he's gonna implement that. I
Well, I
think
wouldn't
at
say
this point he
implement
learned it. He learned that that wasn't good,
Yeah.
and now we're trying to learn.
I'm just giving pros and cons around it.
Yeah.
Listen, he's a
obviously.
national icon, which also has its pros and cons because part of the good thing about Gareth Southgate, you don't fucking hear about the guy.
Yeah.
The English media is it is a bitch. The English media is a fucking bitch.
No, they're definitely the worst.
And Wayne Rooney's already having troubles with that when he's a Derby County manager. There was the videos of him that came out with those girls in the middle of the season. You remember?
Yeah.
We can't be having that from our England boss. We can't be having that. There's the drink driving thing when he was
My
in
mate told me
2017.
there's Woldies, and I thought they was telling me that we're gonna sign some players,
Yeah,
and then they just gave him girls. That was hilarious.
Yeah. So it's maybe he's matured. Maybe he's
Yeah.
actually turned it around. He's gonna actually keep his shit together. If he was given the England job, he'd actually.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's still not really proven as a coach.
Frank Lampard.
No, Lampard is not good enough.
He's not.
I don't think he's good enough.
Again, I don't really think Frank Lampard's good enough. I do want to avoid players from that generation coming in.
Okay.
Because I think that there's a bit of a stink about that, and they're too big, like too high profile people for like a manager because they'd just be a distraction a bit. Like a bit like when Maradona took over the Argentine team. Like he was a fucking distraction. Like, he was a sideshow.
Yeah.
But anyways, a manager that I definitely don't think that should be like sacked, like should be brought in for England, but I'm just naming him just for the sake of like options or possibilities. Paul Heckingbottom. This is the
awful pick.
I'm not saying it's a good pick. I'm just saying for the sake of like
don't even say him.
I already did.
Well, don't.
Okay. 3-5-2, whatever. Blah blah blah. Get the fuck out of here.
He's an awful coach.
Get out of my face, Paul Heckingbottom. I don't care.
Awful coach.
All right, the next coach. We all have heard of him. He's managed Fulham. Didn't do quite well as he thought, and then he went to Bournemouth. Scott Parker. I think he has a good 4-3-3 attacking formation.
I'm fine with Scott Parker. Like again, like if it made sense, like again, like he's just been promoted with Fulham, and I think that Bournemouth. Sorry, he's just been promoted with Bournemouth. I think he wants to prove himself in the top flight. Like again, with the younger coaches like him and Graham Potter, like there is gonna be the opportunity to coach England down the line. It's just Steve Cooper.
Steve Cooper, I named him.
I know Graham Potter. Well, same thing. I throw Steve Cooper in there because he's on my list of managers. I think that. So this is for me. This is the ideal situation.
Yeah.
Right. We ride it out with Southgate through the World Cup. Okay. If the World Cup doesn't go our way, sacked immediately. Gone. Right. Like if the football's bad, if we don't make like the minimum the semis, like if we go out to someone shit, like not even someone shit, like someone like mid, like if we go out to like Uruguay, if we go out to unless we go out to like a top tier team, like sack them, whatever, done. Or we have too much quality in this team, and especially if we're playing like shitty football, sack them, done.
But that's the issue.
Go with an interim until the end of until the Prem season wraps up.
Yep.
See what happens with Steve Cooper, Nottingham Forest, because Steve Cooper got his start in management working with the England setup. He was a big part of what Dan Ashworth set up with the promotion from like each of the ranks from all the way up, from like under 12s to the under 17s to the under 18s, under 9s, all the way up. He was a big part of that. He's gotten a great reputation for a man manager at Nottingham Forest. He had a good reputation for that at Swansea as well. But the biggest thing is he's really adaptable with his tactics. Like, yes, he's playing the 3-4-1-2, which I think that's what we went with at the World Cup in 2018. It works, especially with a better Cam. Like, I mean, who did we have at Cam then? Like, I think we had like Lingard or Dele
Lingard was
Alli.
balling, man.
Yeah, he was balling. He was in form. Like, don't get me wrong, Lingard in form is a good player.
Yeah.
But we would have like Grealish. We'd have Foden. We'd have Mount.
Sancho if he brings his thing up.
Trent can play too, finally.
Yeah.
Sancho if he brings his form up.
Because Trent can't play in the back four right now.
No.
But the
put
point
him on the right wing back. Done. Put Kyle Walker right center back.
And then Chilwell left wing back.
We got Chilwell left wing back. Shaw left wing back. Doesn't matter. There's so many options with that. It does sort of count out the wingers a bit. Like, I mean, Kawasaki has played as a left wing back before as well.
I think England's best formation is
the 4-2-3-1, which is something that Stephen Cooper has also done. So
for this World Cup, but for the future, I think we have to go into like a 5-2-3 kind of thing, like how what's his name? Conte does it.
I don't think England has that many good centre backs for them to go with that formation. I think that
Kyle Walker right centre back helps.
Kyle Walker's getting old.
I'm counting as in Stones, Maguire, and
Maguire. I think Maguire should be at some point. I think Maguire at some point should be.
I think so, yeah.
I think Maguire.
No, he's just been playing for England. He's not.
No. So the issue.
Mark Guehi, Maguire, and Stones.
Tamori also can get thrown in there. Kyle Walker, right centre back.
My issue with this is
next World Cup maybe not. Because will be playing. But like now, this World Cup, you can play with Walker at the centre back.
Okay, now you can change the subject.
Thank you. No, I was gonna say like my issue with Maguire is that he's making a lot of mistakes and he gets a lot of criticism. And England is doing the great job of like managing that and like giving him support. But at some point, I think it's best for them to realize that it's better to put Mark Guehi, Tomori over him at some point because they're younger, they're fresher, they're better, they probably might be better on the ball. But I don't think England free back is the best formation for them. I think four back is the proper way for them to go because Reece James is there. They would have hopefully Luke Shaw will get his shit back together, and then They would have Tomori and someone else, whoever they want to put, and I think the four back is the best because then they could utilize the offensive prowess England has. Because if you want to put five at the back, then you're giving one less player to use as an offensive player. So
not really though. 5-2-3. You play with Calvin Phillips and Rice in the middle, and then you play Trent and Chilwell, who the fair fact they're going to be going offensively.
Yeah, but I could have six players up front rather than five.
No,
how can you
have six?
No. But the point is that six players going forward rather than five players going forward. That's what I meant.
Who are the six players if you're playing 4-2-3-1?
Okay, 4-2-3-1. I could think of. Let's say I could put in Declan Rice or Calvin Phillips as the defensive role for centre mid. I could think of Jude Bellingham, or 4-3-3 if anything, and then at cam, I could definitely either put a Mason Mount, a Phil Foden, a Jadon Sancho, and then on the left we have Jack Grealish, we have Saka. On the right we have a lot of talent. We could put Emil Smith Rowe. I don't know a lot of Sterling for sure, 100% Sterling. And then on striker we have Kane, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So I personally think that
you're gonna have three people staying back defending, pretty much not going up forward to the attack.
What do you mean?
Because you're gonna play with who uses you right back?
Reece James and then Luke Shaw on the left.
He's gonna go forward. Chilwell.
Yeah, but he's a perfect balance. So
okay, but they're both gonna truck forward. And
then we're bringing in
four people staying back.
Yeah, four people, and then the rest could go. That's pretty good in my opinion. That's why I think the four back formation is the best. That's why personally I would go with right now. I don't know what you're not interested in bringing him in, but I think Rooney right now is probably the best. No, you didn't want to bring. Yeah, you don't want.
Around him.
Yeah, exactly. That you don't want. But I think Rooney, this is the perfect time for him to not the perfect time. Maybe. I don't know. It's really dicey with Rooney right now because
it's too big of a step up for his career.
Yeah.
For a person that
has
jump. It's a big jump to go from getting relegated with Derby, which don't get me wrong, did his best.
Yeah.
It was very admirable how well that team did. Really respect that. Really respect Rooney for what he did there. It's too big of a jump up because he's never coached players of this level, and on top of that, there's a lot of baggage that comes with Wayne Rooney, and he's part of the problem is going to be he's going to have to deal with the media. I have one last recommendation.
Okay, other than Steve Cooper?
Other than Steve Cooper. This is if Gareth Southgate got sacked today, this is the person that I would say I hope this person takes over the job.
Okay.
Realistically, because I don't think the Graham Potter thing is realistic. I would want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to take over the job.
Damn.
Because he's an English citizen, by the way. He's very similar to Southgate in the sense that it's just vibes. It's just letting the players, the skill of the players go.
Yeah.
And he's not going to set up in the defensive situation. The problems that he had at United aren't going to come up because there's not a lot of United players in the England squad. There's going to literally just be Shaw and Maguire at this point.
And those people love them.
And Shaw and Maguire loved him.
Yeah.
He wasn't bad defensively when he first came to the club, but that developed over time. So I'm sort of hoping for the same, the players like playing for him, and honestly, national team wise, you can't really ask for much more than that. Players like playing for the coach. It's very similar to Southgate. We could go into the World Cup, good vibes, whatever, and just let the talent of the players have a go at it. Which England, can go toe to toe with whoever right now for talent. Don't have necessarily the Neymar or the Messi or the Ronaldo of the world right now.
Well, there's a lot of depth in that talent.
The thing with England is in terms of balance, I think we have the most balanced team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In terms of quality, we don't have the best stars, as you said. We have the best striker in the world, in my opinion. So, and probably some of the best fullbacks too. But it's we're the most balanced team. Brazil, of course, they're amazing. Going they have Neymar, Vinicius, all that. But what about right back? Would they have Dani Alves?
Eder Militao would have to play there.
Yeah, Eder Militao.
Or Fabinho.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right back, they're not that good. Even left back, they're not even the best.
On the fullback positions, they're lacking, but everywhere else, they're really good.
midfield not even the strongest either. Like in terms of attacking midfielders and like
Lucas
balanced
Paqueta,
midfielder.
they have.
Yeah, that's it.
Neymar's gonna play Cam in a double.
Neymar at Cam.
It's gonna be Neymar at Cam. No, it's okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be either Fabinho or Militao at right back. It's gonna be Marquinhos with, I think it should be Thiago Silva, but it's gonna be Marquinhos and somebody.
Diego Carlos too.
Diego Carlos, Bremer from Torino is gonna make a big move. And then at left back, it should be Alex Telles
or Reinildo, whatever.
Renan Lodi, somebody. They got players there that those are serviceable players. That's fine. Yeah. Double pivot because this is what Chiche does. It's going to be Casemiro ball winning, Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle as a playmaker, box to box sort of playmaker. He's done well. He's been starting for Brazil as well. Paqueta's going to be in the squad somewhere. Neymar's going to play Cam, and then on the wings, it's going to be Rafinha.
That's what's it called? That's way too many people for you to put.
Oh, how's that going to be too many?
Because you said Casemiro, Lucas Paqueta.
No, he said Paqueta somewhere like if he comes in. Like,
yeah, he's going to be in the
later.
team.
I thought you meant like okay.
So it's going to be legit the three that I said of Casemiro, Bruno, and Neymar.
Okay.
Rafinha because he's been starting.
Yeah.
Vinicius because he's been starting.
Yeah.
Gabriel Jesus.
Or Richarlison.
That's a good team. That's a very good team.
I don't know. I would fit Anthony in there somewhere. To be honest,
I wouldn't.
Not over Rafinha.
Rafinha striker, Anthony right wing. That's
Rafinha's
what I would
not a
do.
striker. Rafinha's not a striker. His finishing's not good enough.
I don't know. I don't think Gabriel Jesus is probably that guy.
I think he is, especially if especially once he gets starting with Arsenal.
Wait. Give me a sec.
When he goes.
Yeah.
Which he should.
Yeah.
Wait, I think.
And then obviously, like in my opinion, the favorites are like Argentina, Brazil,
England, definitely.
England.
But that's talent wise. I think Southgate might choke it at some point.
Germany even too.
I was about to say Germany.
I don't give it to Germany.
I give Germany under Hansi Flick especially.
Yeah.
Spain even too up there, man.
Spain needs a goal scorer.
Yeah, they need
somebody that can put that ball in the net. And it's not going to be Morata.
Ferran Torres.
I think it would work. I think it would work with him centrally. Yeah, especially with Fati on one side, and then I think they would go like Oyarzabal on the other side. Oyarzabal.
Okay, thoughts on João Pedro from Watford and Alfred Cabral from Fiorentina.
Okay, so you in your mind are going.
No, I'm just suggesting like what are the thoughts on them because Gabriel Jesus, I don't think he's that good.
I think you're missing another.
Jesus is amazing.
He's a great player.
I
think you're also missing another Brazilian number 9.
No.
Firmino?
No.
No,
I definitely did not forget him.
He played better than Jesus at the 2018 World Cup, but Jesus has had 4 more years to develop, and I think that Jesus should be starting. I think Firmino should be maybe on the bench. Depends on how he plays this season. A lot of it, when you go into a major tournament, World Cup, is form. You got it, like, honestly, whoever's playing best at the time, you shouldn't, like, give any other consideration. Like, if some random guy who gets signed, like Lincoln just made a move to like some French team.
Okay.
If he starts banging goals in it in France, call him up, start him. Like you shouldn't be going like, oh yeah, this player's played well for us for so long. Like it's you gotta go with who you got at the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, but anyways, back to the Southgate situation.
But where do you think he's gonna end up though? Like at the World Cup.
Southgate?
From what you've seen, yeah. Like we're gonna make the World Cup prediction at another episode, but. Yeah. Where do you think he's going to end up? Just like, because you want him to stay. And where do you expect him to end up?
I'd say probably going to end up in the Final Four somewhere.
Final Four?
I think so.
Quarterfinals are getting knocked out.
I think I saw somewhere in the draw that we're going to end up against the Netherlands in the round of 16.
I think the Netherlands will beat us.
I think the Netherlands might. Especially with, who's it back? They got Van Gaal back.
I personally think we're gonna go in the semifinals, and then it's gonna be like the most frustrating semifinals of ever.
I just don't think that there's a manager right now that England could reasonably get that would put them over that level. Like the Netherlands thing, I think is a bit of a coin toss. Maybe like slight advantage Netherlands, maybe depends on who's on form again. They don't really have a good forward.
The issue is that we're getting we're having a manager that can perform against big teams, and we could potentially be wasting another tournament that we could win something out of.
It's not wasting it if you go up against the Netherlands in the round of 16. That happens. That happens. That's the nature of
But
the
that
league.
depends-
this England team should
that
be.
It should be.
the
It should be. And they haven't lost to them in this fucking tournament.
Also-
we're going on a hypothetical here. They haven't
Also,
lost to them in
the
this
Netherlands
thing.
thing, it really heavily depends on either what's it called, England, either if those teams get first or second, vice versa. Netherlands first, England second, which England's not gonna get second. So
Not in that group. No.
so
finishing
England's
first.
either gonna get hopefully we don't get other than first, but it's gonna be England, either Senegal or Netherlands from early predictions.
Yeah.
And I personally think that it's gonna be probably Netherlands first game out of the group stages, and I don't think that's where England's gonna lose. I think England's gonna get past, and then semifinals we're gonna lose to some.
Yeah,
bitch.
again, like I said, Final Four, and listen, if we go to the Final Four and we lose, it depends for me, it then depends on how we play, because if we went to the semifinals, we played fine, it all looked good, I'd stick with him still. Because
No. Sorry, I just think that if he doesn't go to the final and does well, then
if in the three tournaments, the three major ones, not counting Nations League, he's gone to the semifinals, the finals, and then the semifinals, you still think that he should be sacked?
Yeah.
I think that after that there's no more upside to him.
I think he's reached his peak, Southgate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
Ole
no.
at Manchester
Hey, listen,
United.
If there was an obvious replacement, I'd go for it.
There is good replacements, but the things like Rooney, you said Ole.
Rooney, no. I think honestly the best option, most realistic is Graham Potter.
I don't think it's that realistic, because I don't think coaches quit top
I
flight
think they would.
jobs. I don't think that they would.
I think Graham Potter would for this.
All right.
I think that Rooney is
we're
possibly the best option
Of
because
course you fucking do.
no, but think about it. He's
No.
done very well with Derby.
He's the sideshow. He'd be a distraction.
No, I
Rooney
don't
would
think-
need another job before
Yeah,
he gets
he'd
it.
need another job. He'd need something else in the championship. Get promoted. You could go to the playoffs at least with a team.
I think Frank Lampard has a better case now. Than
He
No.
does.
No.
He does.
He
Lampard-
did pretty well at Chelsea too.
Yeah, it was okay. He did well developing Mason Mount and Fikayo Tomori when
Yeah.
he was at Derby
Yeah.
and then again at Chelsea. But again, it's a bit of vibes with him, which I
It
don't
is.
mind. I just sort of would avoid bringing in former players like that. Even Phil Neville would be in with a shout because he did really well with the women's team.
Yep.
He's doing fine with Inter Miami. It would be even that would be fine. But again,
Steven Gerrard.
yeah,
I don't think Steven
I
Gerrard's
don't
gonna
think
lead
it'd be a
that.
good idea either. I don't
No.
think even if he got dumped out by Villa, I think it wouldn't be a good idea just to bring anyone from that generation in because I just think that they have such a stink around them with the England national team.
Probably, yeah. But I still think Graham Potter, if you brought him in today, gave him the offer, I think he would take that offer.
I don't think so. Anyway, in the comments section down below, let us know. Do you think Graham Potter would leave Brighton this season to go take the England job? Should Gareth Southgate be sacked?
I don't know. Should he be sacked? I think he
Who is Paul Heckingbottom? Leave it in the comments below.
Should Wayne Rooney take the England job?
should. Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll just be a traveling circus. Wayne Rooney coaching, we'll get Colleen on the bench, doing the
Oh
tea.
my god.
Yeah, alright. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you boys later.
See
We'll
you
be back
guys.
next week, some more episodes.
Why would you disrespect Colin Rooney like that?
I'm the one that disrespected Colleen Rooney.
Yeah, you didn't
I'm the one that did
have
that.
no business to do that.
I'm the one that's disrespected Colleen Rooney.
Okay,
Of all the
Rooney's
people,
done it multiple times, but you didn't have no business to do it.
bringing her in on the bench
Yeah, you said the players,
to serve her. I said serve tea. I didn't say anything rude about
I
her.
thought
That's
you
where
said
your
something
mind.
else. I
That's
thought
where
you said
your mind
something
went.
else.
Get your mind out the gutter.
I thought you said something
Get your mind out the gutter. Oh shit, we probably should have. Okay, initial reactions to this. We got the official list of host cities for the World Cup 2026.
Yeah, that's good.
Um,
Alright.